What is up, fellow YouTubers? We're chillin' like rockstar villains. It's the weekend. I woke up rather early. Couldn't go back to sleep, so I said, fuck it, I'll just get up. Good fine morning, fellow YouTubers. What is up? What is up? As far as the election goes, half the country is going to say fuck Trump, the other half's going to say fuck Joe Biden. That's just how it is. I don't care who you vote for, man. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but I am telling you to go out and vote. Coming up on the 4th. Beer o'clock. That's funny. No, I don't have any alcohol at the moment, and quite frankly, I don't need any alcohol. I'm just content. I had a little bit to drink on the stream yesterday, and that was enough. 7 beers compared to what I would normally drink if I had like an 18-pack or some shit. But welcome to an early stream with Cobra, chilling out on the weekend. I found enough sticks to complete this batch of wands. I'll be doing that later. So you may notice I'm rather ripped. I mean, look at these arms. Definitely nothing to sneeze at. But, you notice that you wear a muscle shirt to show them off. But for guys in this aspect, it's different. If guys wear clothes to show off our bodies and women check us out, whether the woman's our type or not, we're not allowed to say anything. Yet, when women dress to show off for the opposite sex, and the results are too strong, I can imagine that'd be a bit disconcerting. However, there are some women who sit there, and I've literally experienced this in my lifetime. You can get accused of sexual harassment for checking out a woman. I shit you not. But what if she's being a quote-unquote distraction, you know? Like, say for example, you know, you have these rules in place that say how you're supposed to dress in a certain setting. Yeah. Well, growing up when I went to high school, we had a dress code. And every high school I went to, the dress code was, and I quote, no cleavage. Did any of the girls follow it? Fuck no. Trust and believe. When I went to high school, if a girl had boobs and she wanted to show them off, she's gonna show them off. One of the other rules too was no butt cracks hanging out. You see that too, and it's just like, oh, for the love of. So growing up, it was like, okay, you're gonna show off your body. I'm not complaining, you know. But get pissed off at me for checking you out when you're the one. You know what I'm saying? Even back then, I was experiencing double standards and had no idea what it was. I just think it's funny, all the chicks that rejected me in high school, and look at me now, I'm a YouTube celebrity. Yeah. Which is why I say this, YouTube, if You have a hard time finding someone in high school, don't worry about it. My advice to my younger fans is wait till you're in college before you start dating. You know, but you can do as you please as long as it's consensual. And you're smart about it. Yeah, don't forget to like everyone. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. I love the smell of fresh troll in the morning. That comment made me laugh. What's this asshole's name? Endless Nick. Haha, kind of like Headless Nick. Ah, I see what you did there. That's a clever username. Yeah. This is something I've talked about on my channel before because there's all this pressure for young adults and adults in general to date. You're made to feel like a loser if you don't have someone or if you don't gain experience on the dating scene. It's shallow and it's fucked up that humans will do this crap to each other, especially when they know how it feels to be single. But truth be told, being single is not so bad. You know? All the haters who said my hair would never grow back. Almost down to my shoulders. Dislike gang coming in nicely. The smell of fresh troll in the morning. And the best part about this too is I can choose whether I acknowledge them or not. I love playing with my trolls. Yeah. If I were to have my silver tongue that I have now, back in the day, I would have gotten in trouble a lot more as a kid. They would have been like, Saunders, that smart mouth of yours. Uh, no, I wanted to prove a point in high school because I literally would walk around, and then in high school they literally told you that part of the dress code was no butt cracks hanging out of your pants, and you would see chicks everywhere doing it, so I thought it must have been okay to do, so I did it. So when I did it, they told me to pull my pants up. What's up, Juan King Goth? Would you do a UK tour if we funded it? Um, I mean, I would, yeah. That would be pretty sweet. But I have to like rehearse all the songs that I'm gonna do. One person commented Trump 2020, or you can vote for Biden. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Just go out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? It's important that you vote. Not every country has that right. And that is a right our troops fight for. The freedom we have as American citizens. Yeah. Oh, I am over it. I'm reflecting upon it because it's funny. You know what I'm saying? All the people that bullied me growing up were going, wait, so what's Saunders doing these days? Fucking autistic loser. He's a YouTube celebrity. What? Yeah, dude, look him up. King Cobra JFS. class. You see me shredding guitar and singing. I bring this up because, honestly, you may think you're having a hard time now, but once you're an adult, it gets difficult, but you can manage it if you know what you're doing. The important thing is to take each situation and break it down task by task and figure out the best resolution for a course of action to solve said situation. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. Oh, trust me, Nick, I have gotten over it. I think it's funny, honestly. I would have, honestly, if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and tell my past self a couple things. Growing up, I had a fear of getting rejected by women, and it showed. But I got over it. You know how I got over it? By getting bullied on YouTube. If I get rejected by the internet, getting rejected by a woman's next to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I remember when I shaved my head, the internet lost its shit. They were just like, no. A lot of my fangirls were like, your gorgeous hair. And all the trolls were pissing themselves, laughing it up. Damn near 2 years later, and look at that, it's almost back down to my shoulders. Do it again. Nope. Well, election day is November 3rd, November 4th. My bad. I can admit when I'm wrong. If election day is November 3rd, you know what I meant when I said go out and vote. I already am registered to vote. I voted in the last election. But like I said, it's important to go out and vote. And that's your opinion. That is your opinion. Party at your house. Well, if I built my dream house, I would definitely host lavish parties, I'm not gonna lie. Cooking up burgers, making up drink combos. Yes, sir. I'd have a stove in my kitchen, but I'd also have this big circular hibachi grill in the middle of it, so I can grill inside all year round. Yes. You ever seen those Asian restaurants with the hibachi grills? You go to the buffet, pick out a bunch of stuff, fill your bowl up, and they cook it for you right in front of you. Oh yeah, those are tasty restaurants. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I'm not depressed, Juan King Goth, but thank you for your $5 donation, and very well said. Life is long, yes. I'm not depressed, I'm just sitting here reading the chat here. is a glorious weekend. Halloween is just about upon us. I like your glasses. Well, thank you. I like them too. They're pretty sick. Very John Lennon, Ozzy Osbourne-ish. It is 5:49 in the morning, so there will be no vocal covers. A little early in the morning for that. But maybe later on today if I stream again. Yes, sir. Indeed. I got 2 more wands to make for the batch. So might as well get up and be on the ready. I can at least get them ready for sanding and paint for later. So that when it's a more appropriate time in the day to sand. Yep. Welcome to another King Cobra Live. We got just 2 more wands to make for Etsy batch that I'm working on for the Halloween batch. I'm trying to get a batch out before Halloween's Eve. And if it sells before Halloween, I'll try to get them in the mail and shipped out as quickly as possible. Yeah, birds. We appreciate you all tuning in. Now, the reason why I reflected upon the dress code issue in high school is because in the adult world, it's the same way. It's this double standard. If women show off their boobs to attract the opposite sex, and the results are too strong, they can say, well, you're a creep, or, and to be fair, you two, there are some really creepy guys out there, and it's disgusting, and women shouldn't have to put up with it, but, there's also some really creepy females, too, I mean, creeps just exist on both sides of the gender spectrum, And that's another thing, too, is I get so sick and tired of people blaming men for everything, or people blaming women for everything. It's just, ugh. While I was out getting potion yesterday for the stream I did, yeah, that'll be pretty easy to sand on that side. Alright. This one I'm going to paint black black with orange tips. Kind of go with that Halloween-esque theme. Yes, sir. And they can take a minute to carve out, but the end result is pretty freaking sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I like how these turn out. And, it can take a bloody minute to make them, but once you get it made, I'll be sanding these at noon when it's more appropriate to be running power tools and such. I mean, some people still sleeping, even if it is the weekend. Now, if I lived in my dream house, it'd be a different story. I'd be working on wands for as long as I wanted. I'd spend all day doing it and making a shit ton of them. You know. Yes, sir. Welcome to another Stream Labs. I'm your host for the early morning, King Cobra JFS. Getting some wands ready to be sanded and painted. Yep. Truth be told, I literally only need to make 2 more for the batch for it to be an even 10 for the normal amount. Some people ask why I don't make more wands for the batch, simply because time and cost. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Plus, you know, you gotta take into factor the shipping and, yeah. The more wands I make, the more I gotta carry with me when I go and ship them out. And that's just, you know. Plus, it makes them a bit more exclusive, you know. Easier to manage when you ship them. Yeah. That is looking very fresh. I harvested this from a local tree that was city property. If you're going to collect wand wood for Etsy or for making magic wands, you want to harvest it from a city property type tree. Otherwise, if you don't know the person personally, or if you have permission to get sticks from their trees and, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. Because there are people out there who literally get so pissed off when I do this. They're like, they see me waving my wand around town, they talk shit. You know, I think it's hilarious. They see me collecting wand wood and they talk shit. Like, oh, leave that tree alone, you're hurting it. It's like, no, I'm not actually. not to harvest from too many fucking trees at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And that's the advantage to living in a mountain town, is we got plenty of trees to harvest from. You know, in Casper. I got a couple wands on the table already. Got a purple wand drying. I put it near my steam heater and then turn the heater on, see if that'll warm up a bit, and then hopefully it'll speed up the process a little bit. I mean, these things, literally YouTube, these things can take upwards of 1 to 2 days for a basic wand to be made, because you literally have to, once you get it carved out, it's pretty much a drying process at that. Waiting and drying. Now, the only reason I ordered McDonald's last night is because I could afford it. I still have money in my account when I got done ordering it, so it doesn't matter. And again, you don't have to donate, but I appreciate it. I do these streams for my fans, man. Oh yes, this will be very easy to sand. In fact, to make this much easier to sand, we'll go ahead and just carve those out, just that. Get those. See how much easier the knots are to carve out when the stick is fresh. Oh yes, beautiful. This will make easy sanding for me. Very nice. And by carving it directly into a waste receptacle, we're not getting wood shavings all over my apartment. But if that happens, that's what the vacuum is for. That's ready to be sanded. Like I said, I'll do that later. A little too early in the morning to be sanding yet. There we go. Too thin, but we don't want it to be too fat either, you know. You want a nice ratio, you know. I mean, you read stuff like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, and any any sort of sci-fi mythical book, and it's like, I'm talking about wands and such. Yeah. You find an actual real stick to make them out of. In my opinion, it produces a much better wand. I've seen people make them out of chopsticks and hot glue, and it's like, what? No. I'll leave the side with the handle. I'll leave the bark on the side with the handle, just so it makes it easier to, very nice, very nice. Yep, that was perfect. And here's the thing of it. You can definitely tell it's wand shaped. But also, if I'm putting all my muscly strength into trying to break it and it doesn't snap in half very easily, that passes inspection. If I make the wands too fat, they just look weird. Make them too skinny, they break too easily. So you gotta find a nice ratio. You know what they say, if you can survive high school, you can survive anything, right? What's Cobra brewing in his cauldron? Is it Halloween season? Are there really ghosts at Fort Laramie? Maybe you should do an EVP session there one day. I've been to Fort Laramie, yes. That's a cool little touristy spot if you ever get a chance to visit it. I would believe it, to be honest, with how old that area is. Yeah, I believe it. Tis the season, right? Spooky of it, or a week at least. So, yes, sir. And like I said, I was gonna have a batch out for Halloween. 10 wands. You'll get like 9 handheld wands you can choose from. And one lucky fan might get this Wicked Six staff that I made. It's got copper, silver, and gold paint on it. Looks very nice. And early bird gets the worm, as they say. So now, when I get these two sanded later, all I gotta do is paint them and add handles and polish. Pretty straightforward. Which freaking side shall we? That's like I said, the ancient witches and wizards of the day didn't have things like Gorilla Glue and Super Glue, so if they wanted a crystal wand, they would use mud and tree sap and mix it together and stuff it in the hole and stuff the crystal in there. And then when that dried, they'd wrap leather around it and tie it on there as tight as they could. And they had to do that shit in secrecy because, oh yeah, even though witchcraft was literally the first religion ever made on this planet, there was a time, for a long time, where people got a lot of crap for practicing it. And you still get crap for it today. However, it's not as bad as it used to be. Just make this side handle. And the way I look at it, it doesn't matter what you believe in. Someone's gonna give you crap for having a religion, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. You see, I literally see all these churches around town who don't get along with each other just because they disagree on how to worship Jesus. It's beyond retarded. Now, where's your almighty loving sky God now when the pandemic happens and the coronavirus kicks in? Is that a little too far? Eh. But God loves all his children, and then the coronavirus happened. Oh, jeez. And you know what these nutjob Christians would say about it too is, oh, that's just God's way of testing us. Well, fuck him. I didn't know God's a him. It could be both sexes for all we know. No, but if you went up in a Pentecostal church and straight up said God's a hermaphrodite, God's both sexes, they would lose their shit. They would be like, "You're going to hell for saying that." You start seeing these fuckers spaz out on the floor like they're being possessed by the devil, and then they're sitting there saying that God's trying to talk to them. I'm like, God's doing it. Right. But who's more annoying, Pentecostals or Mormons? There's a competition for you. These fucking jackoffs are showing up to your front door wanting to talk to you about Jesus, and you're sitting there with a bottle of Jack Daniels and an old school Playboy going, "Can I help you?" It's kind of busy at the moment. Drinking some Jack Daniels and looking at hot naked women you want to see. Oh no, the church forbids it. You show them, they're like, You ever notice that these fucking religious freaks are the most sexually repressed people on the planet? Look at Muslims. Okay, too far. They're probably sitting there jacking off to Mia Khalifa and then trying to do it secretly so that they don't get killed for it. I mean, how fucking sexually repressed do you have to be to where a grown-ass man can't jack off in his own goddamn house without it being a sin or some shit? Fuck that. I mean, to be fair, Mia Khalifa's pretty hot, I'm just saying. But, she got a lot of crap for that because of her faith, and I'm like, well, and now you got women out there who are supporting her because she apparently didn't get the money she thought she was going to get doing that. And before you call me an asshole, hear me out. What if you walked up into McDonald's and you got a job at Mickey D's, and then after 3 months of working there, you just said you wanted to have the same pay as your manager? You know what they would do? If you didn't have the experience, they would laugh at you. You know, but on that same note, I do think porn actors need to have a safer environment to work in. And people who sit there and say, how is that a job? That's not acting. Right. There are guys out there who are getting paid to jizz over a woman's face, and that's pretty fucking disgusting, dude, if you ask me. And you want to say it's how is it acting? This poor girl has to look like she's enjoying it. You know, it's just ew. I mean, it's easy money, but shit, there are better ways of getting it. And no offense to Mia Khalifa when I said that, you know, it's just the truth. Like, you can't expect to get, you know, and I guess that's more or less why you should do your research before you just venture off into a new career and decide, is this really the best option for you right now, you know? Something to think about, you two. And no disrespect to Muslims or any religion, I'm just blowing off steam. Like, you ever wonder if What happens then if you go to heaven and Allah's sitting there smoking a cigarette, eating some bacon, going, "Ha, you should have been a Catholic or a Christian. Ha ha ha. Oh, you want your 72 virgins? Guess what, dumbass? It's 72 other guys just like you." I'm playing. They do have a nice clock tower, though. I seen that. The big ass motherfucking clock tower they built. I seen that shit on the news. I was like, damn. No, but I've seen what society does, to people who have religion. People are getting, all these dumb, stupid mass shootings that have happened because of people's disagreements with religion. It's dumb, dude. It's beyond fucking dumb. Like, if you disagree with someone's religion, okay, you know what? That's your choice, dude. But hurting innocent people like that, when they've done nothing to you, especially if they're trying to practice their belief peacefully, it seems kind of dumb. Well, this is one thing that Christianity and Muslims have in common is the Old Testament God was a dick. New Testament God's a bit nicer. And really it matters not what you practice, it's still a very similar concept. Are Satan and God inherently evil and good? The answer is no. I think evil and good exists in all of us as people, and certainly we've heard it from both sides, haven't we? Why would a righteous God do this to his people, or why would Satan do this to, you know what I'm saying? We've heard it from both sides. They tell you to swear on the Bible. So you know what I do? Put my hand on the Bible and say, "Fuck you." What? You told me to swear on the Bible, so I did. A little satanic humor for you. That was horrible. This one's just about ready to be sanded. I need to put a tip on the end of it. And the truth is, with religion, it's whatever you believe in. At this point, religion, like I said, is an open book. Yep. No, well, I'm sorry, but it's the goddamn truth. Not sorry. You know, the Bible says, judge not lest you be judged. And you got Christians and Catholics who will, and Pentecostals who will literally judge somebody for practicing magic. It's so fucking ass backwards hypocritical, it's not even funny. I'm like, as long as they're not going out of their way to directly hurt you, are they standing on the corner of the street by your church yelling sheep? You know, are they waving their Ouija board at you like, I'm going to cast a spell on you? You know what I'm saying? If they're not going out of their way to fucking harass you, then don't harass them. I don't see why we can't learn to coexist, because as far as I'm concerned, religion, no matter what you practice, has one thing in common. People look for a place to believe, a place to worship, they look for a place to belong. That's what religion has in common. Sweet. This one's about to be ready for sanding as well. Not quite sure what color I want to paint this one yet, but we'll figure it out. That's why I think the Catholic Church should change a couple things. If you're in the monastery, or if you are a monk or a nun, sex should be allowed. However, the person must be 18 or older, and it must be consensual. And you must wear protection. And I think that would help with all. And you think they ain't doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on. Sure, if they got caught, they'd be in some deep shit, but that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the thrill of it, I would imagine. They probably sneak off into the bell tower for a little bit of fun, like, oh, they'll never catch us up here. Yeah. If you really want to get kinky with it, you could use the bell rope as bondage. Okay, don't be like that. Until, like, the bell goes off and you're like, wait, who's ringing the bell at this time of night? They hear the trap door open and they're like, you two are in so much trouble right now. Like, oh shit. And then some like crotchety old nun who's like 180 fucking 5 comes walking out with the yardstick. It's like, which one's it gonna be, the yardstick or my cane? And that's 40 Hail Marys, you sick fucking assholes. Marry on across your beauty, never intimidated me. If you choose to run away with me, I will tickle you internally, and I see nothing wrong with that. Mary on, not just another Bloody Mary, Mary on the cross. No, Christians get offended by my jokes. It's like, well, you think God couldn't take a joke? Shit. You say he created everything. One could even joke that you think Satan can't take a joke, but he lives in the eternal pit of fire. You know? That'd be pretty easy to say on too, I reckon. Pretty straightforward. See, that didn't take long at all. And I think the longest part about making the wands, honestly, is waiting for them to dry and such. That's what's And there are some countries where if you try to go on things like chatterbaits, it's blocked by your government. Could you imagine that? I'm like, dude, if you're an adult and you're in the privacy of your own home, that's bullshit. A lot of these Muslim countries get really pissed off because America has freedom and democracy. Let's just be real about it. But you know how America gained their independence? Instead of attacking the people who have it, why not fight for it yourself? That's all I'm saying. Because the way I see it, if you attack somebody because they have something you don't have, it makes you a jealous motherfucker. It's the truth. That's why my fucking haters attack me, is because they're jealous of my fame. They're just like, oh, this motherfucker. This stream is either gonna piss you off, make you laugh, make you think, one of the three, right? Yes, sir. $6:33. Well then. Over to nicotine after carving. Yes. I do get a kick out of people though when they try so hard to fuck with you. I really do. It's quite hilarious actually. They try so hard to fucking piss you off. It's unreal. So you let it affect you, or do you just move on? Simple. You do not let it affect you. You move on from it. And sometimes it's hard, because people will try their damnedest to find a weak spot, to trigger you or to piss you off. So you can't let them. Plain and simple. It's now 6:34 in the morning. Booyah. Got the wands carved out, and as soon as the daylight hits and it's more appropriate to carve or sand, because that sander is kind of loud. We'll get them sanded and painted and all that nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense to me, mind you. It's, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you might think it's nonsense, but to me it gives me something to do. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you think about it, most religion is nonsense. Pretty much all religion is nonsense. It's whatever you believe in, Like I said, I think religion is an open book. Do I like cheese curds? I imagine I would. If I like cheese, then the answer is yes, I probably like them. I'm a cracker, of course I like cheese. Well, it's currently 6:35 here in Casper, so... So when afternoon hits, I'll be able to sand the wands and get them painted. And, yep, we'll have 2 more wands for the batch. As soon as these last 2 are done drying completely, or dry enough to where I can list them, we'll get it posted on Etsy. Now, some of you may be wondering, you mentioned the staff. That I did. Take a look at this. We got a quartz crystal right in there. It's gold, copper, silver. This turned out really nice. This was a bitch and a half to make. It's a little top heavy with that crystal, but that's a nice solid staff. This I'll have to charge $234 for, just because these things are not cheap to ship and not cheap to make, and they take a long time to make. So one lucky fan might get their hands on this badass staff I'll be listing on my next batch. You never know. You just never know. Yep. I literally, one staff cost me like $85 to ship. The other staff costs like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to make it so it's big enough to fit this one box that I have for it. And even the box I have is a little too short but not by that much. So we're able to make this work when I go to ship it out. Even if we gotta MacGyver some stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta custom make the boxes to fit them. And that's another thing too. Like if I end up having to do that to get them shipped safely, so be it. But yep, chilling out on stream, rocking out. Do appreciate y'all tuning in. Got them, got 2 more wands carved out, ready to go, ready for sanding. And, I'll be getting those sanded later. Looking good, Cobes. Love the facial hair. I'm liking it too. Yeah. I'm liking the facial hair too. I needed a shave. My neck was scruffy, so I cleaned up a bit. Yeah. This goatee took for fucking ever to grow out, dude. But now it's a full-on beard. Yes. Cool beard. And then made my soul patch into a snake tongue. So I put a little bit of wax. Mustache wax in it. Oh wait, I don't have to. Haha. Go bald. No. No. And no. It's long enough to headbang. I love it. Now, when I shaved my fucking head, I was like, why did I do this? And I said, never again. 6:42, almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's see what's popping off on YouTube right now. So Omar Gosh TV posted a video about 11 minutes ago. Demon gets revenge on my friend, Omar Gosh TV. Which I am subscribed to a couple of paranormal YouTube channels. I really honestly don't give a shit if Omar Gosh is Christian. Like, that's his deal, you know? As somebody who practices magic and fucks with demons and demon magic and black magic and shit like that, I ask myself, do I like it when Christians and Catholics judge me? And the answer is no, I don't. So I try not to judge other people. Try not to say wow challenge. What is this? What is this? Try not to say wow challenge. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
It's me, and today we're gonna try not to say wow. What? How you got a waterfall coming out of the like 50th floor? What building is this? Excuse me, I think you guys have a leak. This building is crying. Maybe it's sad. I don't want to be a building anymore. You see how deep that snow is? I was not expecting that. She went, I was gonna be like balls deep, but she went a little more than that. That's like armpit deep snow. I'd be scared to go outside. But she jumped all in. Also, I'm gonna do this to my brain. Oh, steam it clean. Pikachu, you so dirty. Oh my goodness, it's like new. Oh, now we steaming the back. Oh yes. Give my whole entire life a thorough cleaning like this. Oh, that was a clean cut of aloe vera. Oh, nice. That's a thick one, too. An indestructible bubble? Oh, no, not so indestructible now, you see. Ooh, the brush was rainbow, but it made just... Oh, now it's rainbow. How is it so smooth and perfect? How does it not smear the pencil? So they're vacuum sealing these huge stuffed animals. Just suck the life out of them. Watch them shrivel up. Not Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Ooh. Oh. I thought it was a cake. And then I thought it was a watermelon. Oh, when he ripped it apart, it looks like bread. All I know is it looked delicious. She just tore him a new one. It's ruined. Wow. Oh my. That did it. That did it, y'all. The fake wall did it. I'm just sitting here like watching this dude carve a fake brick wall out of a giant brick. How do you do that? How is it so soft that you can just like carve it out? This is a full-on lie. This dude really canoed himself on a piece of wood on a frozen lake. This really do be canoeing in an alternate universe. He's doing it though. It's all fun and games until the ice cracks.
No shit.
Oh, I want one of these. They're like squishies, but they go splat. Oh, that's nice. Those are real nice. But give me one that's Peppa Pig. I want a Peppa Pig flavor one. Oof. And then they just go back to normal. When the boys are waiting for you to get on.
That last one was tough, dude. A little squishy where you throw it on the ground and it goes pfft. And the one before that, the dude's all canoeing on the ice.
But mom says you gotta do the dishes first. How is everything not breaking the instant he throws it? Who says they clean? Who says they ain't broken in there? What? Did you see that? That dude's got extensions now where they can just like clip hairline fix. Do you see that? What? You got a bad haircut, you just clip that back in? Whoa. Unbelievable. Did not know such an invention existed. Oh, they making meatballs? Is it even meat? That looked like meat. Oh, the perfect scoop. It's just like boop, 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 boop. Perfect scoop after perfect scoop. Ooh, she ain't gonna make it in there. Oh, she did! Is it a ball pit? The ball pit look wet. I wanna go on the slide. When you got a hacked iPhone. What is that? There's incognito mode, and then there's incognito in real life mode, where the screen goes white, but only you can see the screen with those glasses. Hacks.
Okay, that one was also tricky too, man. God damn. That was kind of cool how they did that with the iPhone. One of those incognito screens, you have to wear the glasses to be able to see it. What are you doing on a cell phone that's got you be like, to say you gotta be incognito and stuff?
Oh, that was a nice punch. Oh, and then you can just heat it up and then it goes back to normal. You're able to punch it again. Oh, this would be the best stress reliever. Anytime you're mad, you just go, nice one to the jaw. And then just heat it up and his brain, oh.
This is my brother.
Dude, skip the ad. No. Ugh. Starting to warm up in here.
Fans be like, she really drew someone's face out of shoveling snow. Okay, this is an art I've never seen before.
Notice me, senpai.
Got the bloody heater on.
Did that dog just jump on somebody?
Oh, look at the doggy.
Oh, no. Oh, he got it off, but he didn't quite get it. When ball is life, when you do anything for the ball, he just jumped on his back, went 10 feet up into the air. What? Gotcha. They dyed the egg black. Wait, was it even a real egg to begin with? It's like a jelly egg. Is it like a vinegar egg? Oh, they made it black. That's unnatural. Oh, I really hope all this snow falls down. Oh, it's snowing all. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Shiver me timbers. Ew, I was like, why is that sink so filthy? Did you really need the balloon to clean it? Oh, I get it. So if you don't have like one of those spray things, you just put a balloon on a regular faucet and it does that. The pencil donut. So he took a ton of colored pencils, made a ginormous pencil donut. Get them in real tight, put some resin in, and then it's gonna get smooth to oblivion.
Dude, I've seen that. Dude, like straight up YouTube. I'm serious. It's cool as shit, dude. I saw this one YouTuber who took a bunch of colored pencils and made a freaking guitar out of it. A freaking guitar. What? And he did the same thing. He took like a bunch of colored pencils, put it in a block, and then poured a bunch of resin in it. And then fucking sanded it and cut it out to form like your Stratocaster type shape. And he starts playing it. Like, it's nuts, dude.
Watch this. Watch this. It just keeps going and going and going. I'm gonna make this the smoothest thing in existence. And he kept going until it, oh, whoa. Okay, you know, I failed this challenge already. This is over. But this is insane. Look, it's an actual pencil donut. That is insanely cool. Oh, and what's a donut without glaze? Gotta glaze that bad boy up. This was made with just colored pencils. Oh, so satisfying. 10 out of 10 would take a bite. What? Bro, how is your ceiling a fish tank? There.
Okay, that is pretty cool. This challenge is tough, I'm not gonna lie. Cause that fish tank right there is swinging, dude. Hold up. I gotta full screen this bitch. I gotta full screen this fucking video. Hold up. Damn. Yeah, that fish tank on top of your ceiling, that's pretty cool.
Fishy swimming up in the sky, along below me. How dare these fishes be above me? That would be so cool. Imagine like looking up, we got fishes swimming around me. You know, tell me that's gonna stay. That keep.
Man, if you had a fish tank above your ceiling like that, you'd literally have to do it in a warm climate that had no snow because, dude.
Pot's gonna stay? No way! What is this voodoo magic and
What?
how does this work? Something about lies and deception. Like you look at this and be like, oh, it's just pouring out of it. Endless pouring. Infinite tea hack. But no, it's just a fountain and I need to attach them. Deeply disturbed. I almost said it. I almost done said it. Oh, that's real nice. Oh, I like that. Oh, I've seen ads for these. For the lonely influencer in your life. They're tripods and they move with you. So it's like, I'm over here and it like rotates to like capture you. Pretty genius. Oh, they're making Jello Coke. Oh, you see that thick boy slide on out. Oh, it's so jiggly. Oh, give him a good slap. He's gonna bat.
I've seen people do that where they make Jello out of soda pop.
Coke. How dare you be gelatinous? Oh, speaking of gelatinous, there's some jiggly quicksand. Wait, is it quicksand? Oh no, is he stuck? Oh my god, sir, are you okay? Keep your hand out. What are you doing? It's still in there. This is what happens when you jiggle things you're not supposed to. Uh-oh. Oh, this paint is so satisfying. It's so thick, you do like several layers and it's no streaks. Oh, I love these. Oh, the watermelon slicers. All you gotta do is push down and wham, bam, cut water.
Instant watermelon slices, yo. Watermelon slicer, that is pretty handy.
Watermelon, man. I just want to take that middle piece, eat it like a burrito. Oh, you can cut other fruit with it too. They cut a dragon fruit. Nice.
Ooh, dragon fruit's pretty. Damn it. I came that close to saying it.
It's like a lava lamp without the lava. Excuse me, sir. Sir, what are you making there? Okay, so we have a balloon. Then he cuts it. Oh, and then there's another balloon, but it's hard. Whoa, it's frozen. Again. Oh, more! Is there more? Oh, the energy. Oh, there's more. Nice. That was good. Some good old balloonception. Please tell me this is food. Please tell me you are putting frosting on the ball. Oh no. No, I'll never know what it is now.
Now, switch to Verizon and get iPhone 12 on us. This is the 5G America's been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lawnmower 3.0.
Skip.
Ow. What is this? 2020, we got robots replacing the dudes that pull you on these carts. Ugh. Do you have to pay him? He do be doing his job though. You better tip him good. Dang boy, look at that grass roller go. Oh, roll that grass.
roller.
Wait, so they grow real grass, roll it up, and then sell it. So it's like a grass transplant. Yes, yes. No way he's gonna put it back onto his foot. No way! What? You see that look he gave me? He already knew he was gonna get on the first try. When your pack of bubble juice doesn't come with the blower, she made one with her mouth. And just keep going. That's a lot of bubbles. That's even better than a blower. She really cut out the middleman. It's like you blow into the blower and then bubbles come out.
Speaking of blowing bubbles, remember them bubble pipes growing up?
Why don't you use your dang mouth? Or I do this. I use the good old. That's one thick fabric cutter. That's how t-shirts start out before they sew them. Just a thick stack of fabric. You know, this looks super disturbing, but it's actually just a glove factory. They just coat the gloves in this rubber liquid. And then that's how you have like those dish gloves. And they just like rotate until they dry. That's pretty cool. Wait, how did you blow a bubble and the bubble is not breaking? Such strength. Oh, the power this bubble holds. What is this thing? It's like a fish, but it made a thick bubble. Can you only bounce it with a special glove? Me trying to do my nails by myself. I put too much acrylic on. Oh no. We're just gonna do press-ons instead. Nice. But anyways, that's all for today.
That was pretty challenging. Now, if you don't like the text being on, I don't care. You know, I really don't. I really don't. People were abusing it, slandering, and I don't need that crap on my channel. Like, my trolls are fucking disgusting. They really are. Enough said on that. Be sitting here, goddamn right. You be sitting here, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, YouTube. And, you know, that's just it. How would the trolls feel if they were in my shoes? They would fucking hate it. They would too. So this was another one I was watching, but then my stream kind of froze up while I was watching it, so we attempt that.
Baking videos. This isn't Rachel Ray. Welcome to Reasons Why Men Have It Hard in Society. One of my favorite segments. Are you ready? Let's get it.
You know, this honestly speaks high volume for people. If you've had shitty experiences with the opposite sex, yet you still fight for gender equality. Why men have it in society, why women have it hard in society. Life is just hard sometimes. Doesn't matter what sex you are.
Number one, as a female, I want you to try to imagine feeling anxious or even having to think twice about whether or not to open the door for another human being. Let me show you what I mean. Well, pardon me, miss. Let me get this door for you. Excuse me, Billy Bob Joe Jim Alpha Barbecue. I can open the door for myself. You're just trying to oppress me, or you're trying to look at my ass. I am fully capable. Thank you, misogynist. And if that doesn't resonate with you, this just might. Why are you staring at me? I'm just kind of curious as to why you haven't opened the door for me. What, you think you're too good? What kind of gentleman are you? So you might be saying to yourself, big deal, who cares? I have to think twice about opening the door. Girls have to think twice about whether or not he's trying to check out her ass or not. Okay, alright. I think that's it.
Okay, if you as a gentleman are gonna hold the door for a lady, do it because you're being polite, you know? It shows that there are still decent guys out there when she thinks at her absolute worst that they don't exist. Out of nowhere, she could see one guy hold the door for her, and he does it to be polite, not because he's checking her out. And, you know, that kind of does good things for people. It makes them think, you know what, there are still decent people out there.
Incredibly jaded and fucked up, but I'll work with the logic. Alright, well that brings me to point 2. What if you have to think twice about helping somebody? Just simply wanting to help.
Regardless if you're thinking twice if you want to help somebody, regardless of gender, I think that has to do with, you know, how many times have you been effed over by people? If people have literally sat there and used you for your kindness, you're gonna ask yourself that question: why bother being a decent person if all they're gonna do is, you know what I'm saying? And it's ridiculous, dude. We live in a culture now where men are no longer allowed to be nice to women just because it's the right thing to do without being called a simp. It's beyond stupid.
Let me show you what I mean. Oh, god damn it, Karen. I can't believe this tire is flat. We've been out here struggling with this for like 20 minutes. So many men have walked past us and nobody has stopped to help us. The audacity. Now I know what you're thinking, Chloe. What the heck does that have to do with anything? Well, that's kind of the 2.21 because one...
Well, yeah. Can you blame men for not wanting to help women? This next part's going to be a little bit controversial, but hear me out. We live in a society where women can just openly accuse men of rape, and whether it's true or not, you know, and that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's the cold but unfair truth. You know? You stop to help a woman change the tire, next thing you know, you're being accused of trying to rape her. It's like, excuse me? I tried to be a good Samaritan and this is the thanks I get? Okay. Next time you got a flat tire, deal with it yourself. Better yet, what happened to that strong, independent woman that says you don't need a man in your life? You keep a spare tire in a jack and a tire iron in the trunk, you're good to go. Your tire goes flat, you stick the jack underneath the car, right by the tire. Like say your back left tire needs to be changed. You stick it underneath the car, right by the door. So like here's your door, here's your tire, here's the back of the car. Stick it somewhere right there underneath where the tire sits, right by the door. Jack it up so the car goes whoop. And when it raises off the ground, you got that car secure on the jack. You then take your tire iron and you unscrew the hubcap so that you can take the tire off. And then you take off the tire, put the broken tire in the trunk. Then you take your fresh spare tire, push it back on. When you literally see like little bolts sticking out, okay, that's where you want to, when you see that, you know you've got to the right spot. And then you take your tire and then put it back on to the thing, your little hubcap, your little wheel, you know what I'm saying? And once you do that, you put the lug nuts back on, and then you put the hubcap back on, bolt it back on, and then once you got that done, everything's back on and assembled. put your tire iron in the trunk, and then lower the jack. And once you lower the jack, then you take it up from underneath the car, and look at that, you changed your tire. Simple enough. Or better yet, call a tow truck. You know, if you have insurance, you're Gucci. You might have to sit there and wait for fucking ever, but
You guys are kind of expected to always know how to fix things.
that one made me chuckle. I'm not gonna lie. That's that's the truth. You know, that's one of the stereotypes us guys have to deal with. Oh, you're a guy, so they just expect you to know how to fix everything. So then when we can't fix your problems, we're the assholes. Don't be a dick, Josh. You know, assuming that guys should know how to fix everything is no more sexist than assuming anything sexist about women, you know? We're not born knowing how to do everything.
The two, let me show you. These girls really seem to be struggling with this car. I'm a mechanic. I should ask them if they want any help. Oh my God, Karen, there is a man approaching us. He's approaching us. I don't know what to do. You've got the wrench, right? I've got this thing, whatever it's called. He's coming. Hey ladies, I'm a mechanic. Can I help you? We both have boyfriends. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye. They're on their way. Actually, they're almost here. Oh, look. Okay. Men not only have a lot of really unfair stigmas and stereotypes.
I like what her sweatshirt says. Men are more than dicks and piggy banks. Yes. Men are more than dicks and piggy banks. That's... Yes. That's too funny. Well, I mean, there are some real sick creeps out there, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. So, if women get frustrated because men won't stop and help, you know, coming from both sides of that argument, what if it's some crazy bitch who likes to kill men and she's sitting here, you know, or what if the man's a fucking psycho, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of the sad, shitty part about helping strangers is you don't know what that person's gonna do. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're sitting there in the middle of fucking nowhere and some dude just comes up out of nowhere and says he wants to help, you know. You're gonna be a little sketched out. You're gonna be keeping your pepper spray at reachable length, you know, in case he tries anything, kind of thing. And with the stereotype for men versus women when it comes to things like rape and domestic violence, you can't blame some women for being a little bit cautious, even though that kind of thing happens to both genders, unfortunately.
Women in society, but children as well, their own and not their own. Let me show you a few examples. Number one, the Karen situation. Hey, can I get a little bit more ice in my drink? Okay, I'll wait. Mommy, look at the sparkly donut. I really love the sparkly donut. Oh, hey, I don't mind getting you the sparkly donut. I'm sorry, who the hell do you think you are talking to my child? You can be a pedophile for all I know, okay? Damn, yo, I thought the thing I did wrong was I didn't ask you first. I was like, oh yeah, damn, I should probably ask the mom first, but yo, the fuck? Example number two, the babysitter label. Let me show you what I mean. Hey, Timmy and Josh, don't be running around like that, okay? Oh, and Dad's babysitting today. No. My wife and I are content creators, which makes us both full-time stay-at-home parents. Or how about the most painful one known to millions of fathers around the world? Well, he's the dad, so he must not love the kids as much, so I can just take the kids and fuck off wherever I want. Fathers face so much stigma when it comes to their children. They end up...
They do, unfortunately. I've made friends with a couple of dudes who are single parents, and one of them was telling me straight up that his ex-wife will just call him whenever she wants some dick, or when she wants to go for a ride, when she needs a ride, when she needs some dick, or when she needs someone to babysit their kid. Doesn't call him in advance to make plans or anything, just straight up demands it. And it's like, see how far that goes with the guy. Just calls his ex-wife out of nowhere and says, hey babe, I need some pussy, get your ass over here. You know what his of-age ex-wife is gonna say? Fuck you, loser. We're divorced, remember? Like if you're going to the mall and you're pushing your kid in the stroller and a girl comes up to your kid and she's just like, well, aren't you just the cutest little thing, and starts trying to flubber his belly, you know, and you're going to be a little lady killer someday, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're going to be a little heartbreaker. Nobody thinks twice about it, right? But what if a dude walked up to a chick's and her husband's little girl and started doing that crap? You're gonna be a little heartbreaker someday, aren't you? All the boys are gonna be going after you. They'd be like, dude, get the fuck away from my kid, you sick fuck. Ew. Ooh-wee. So yeah, when it comes to, what's the title of this video? Reasons why men have it hard in society. I mean, just a general rule of thumb, if it's not your kid, don't be trying to give them raspberries on their stomach. That's just weird, dude. Like, no. Okay, if I have a girl someday and we end up having a kid together and I'm living in my dream house and someone tries pulling that crap, I'm like, get the fuck away from my... That's what I'm gonna say, too, is get the fudge away from my kid, man. Straight up. I don't care if it's male or female. I'm like, do I know you? No. Then, okay, get the fuck away from my kid.
Paying the most in divorces and usually seeing the kid less. The financial aid support for men is very, minuscule anyways when it comes to their kids.
I mean, going back to what she said, if you and your kid were in a coffee shop getting some more ice and your kid was just going gaga over the sparkly donuts, and a stranger offers to buy it for them, you know, I get the one mom who's like, excuse me, do I know you? No. Yeah, don't do that shit. Okay, if you don't know the person personally, don't do that shit. Okay, I get you're trying to be nice, but going for, as far as both genders are concerned, don't do that shit. Okay, if, you know, maybe their parents trying to monitorize their sugar intake, and maybe they've had just a little too much sugar that day, and that sparkly donut would make their sugar high just spike, and they'd never be able to go to sleep. Maybe it's like 5 o'clock at night, and they're getting ready to have dinner, and they don't want their dinner to be spoiled. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the situation is.
There's so much help for women, but if a guy can't afford to pay for his kids, he's the deadbeat. If a woman can't afford to pay for the kids, why isn't the dad? He's a deadbeat. Or how about how they all... If a woman can't afford to pay for the kids, why isn't the dad? He's a deadbeat.
I've noticed that in society, and this kind of happens for both genders to some degree. If the mother cannot support her kids, why isn't the dad doing it? Because he's a deadbeat piece of shit. And I'm like, that's the thing of it. There are women out there that have kids strictly just to collect welfare checks and shit so they don't have to work. It's the most convenient excuse for them to say, well, they were a single parent and blah, blah, blah. You know, this is the kind of crap that gives single moms a bad name. Yep. So that's the stigma attached to the whole, oh, you're a single mom kind of thing, you know, it's horseshit. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, you don't know why that mother is single. You know, you really don't. You don't know the situation or any of it, so, you know. And, you know, all of a sudden you start realizing that maybe being single and kidless ain't so bad. You know, it could be worse. You know, being kidless is great, but being single's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will freak out about it or feel depressed about it because society puts all this pressure, you know.
Or how about how they always somehow seem to be attacked for their sexual preferences, but yet girls are allowed to say things like this. Stacy, don't be ridiculous. I only sleep with guys who are and up. Wow, that's kind of fucked up. You know how many good guys you're probably throwing away because of their dick size? Like, we can't control how big our dicks are. Nope, it's called sexual preference. What's your sexual preference, Steven? Genuinely, as long as you're not big enough to be on my 500-pound life and you're not a girl with a penis, I don't really have one, actually. Wow, you absolutely reek of misogyny.
Oh, fucking preach it, dude. Preach it. This girl is straight up spitting facts, yo. Exactly, men are attacked for their sexuality. That is the goddamn truth. You know what I'm saying? If a dude comes out and says he's gay, he's attacked for it to some degree. People give him shit about it. If a dude comes out and says they're trans, he's attacked for it to some degree. Right? If chicks say they only sleep with guys who have dick size from like here to like here, and then one guy might say like she said, there's a lot of guys you throw underneath the bus just because of your dick preference size, right? But as soon as a guy says he doesn't like fat chicks or he likes chicks with big boobs or what have you, he gets called a misogynist pig. I'm like, do you smell that, YouTube? This smells like hypocrisy. It stinks worse than my trolls. Damn. My point being is it's okay to have standards. If you're on the dating scene as an adult and you're dating other adults, it's okay to have standards, you know? Straight up. Just don't be an ass about it. And just because the person you're after says you're not to their standard specification, who cares? You'll find someone that wants what you have, and that's the end of that discussion. You might think it's because your dick's too small, your boobs and ass aren't big enough, or you're a little extra overweight. You think you won't find someone? Bullshit. Bullshit. Those are excuses, people. That's like me saying, I'll never find a girlfriend because I have Asperger's. That's an excuse. And excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink. Just like opinions, right?
Fat shaming and transphobia.
Oh yeah, that is so fucking true, it hurts. Like if you say you're not into trans people, if you say you're not into fat people, women will look at you and go, oh, you're a transphobe and you're fat shaming. Excuse me? If that's not your sexual preference, who fucking cares? You know, if you're not, I repeat, not going out of your way to harass certain individuals, then how is it shaming?
Oh yeah, in case Nancy Grace didn't update you, yeah, guys are being called transphobic because they're not interested in females with penises in their pants. Not that they would ever judge one, talk shit about one, not that they look at them as any less of a human being. They just don't want to be sexually involved with one, and that makes them transphobic. And before we go, we need to...
Yeah. Which I'm like, I'm all for supporting LGBTQ rights and trans rights and all that, but there's a line. There is a line. You get these idiots who are trying to encourage children into becoming trans. And they're doing it because they want to impress mommy and daddy. Kind of like when you see your dad watching baseball, so you think you'll try out for baseball that year, so then maybe your dad will, you know. But now instead of that, it's, oh, well, you know, it's ridiculous. Little Johnny's trying on mommy's dresses and lipstick and high heels because that's what little kids do. They dress up, right? But instead of being like, okay, stay the fudge out of mommy's shiznit, they get told, are you drag? Are you trans? Oh, look at that. And they use it as an excuse to brag to their other adult friends. I get so tired of seeing parents compete with other parents through their kids. That's not fun for them, and psychologically that has a negative impact on the child and their psyche and the way their brain develops growing up. It's ridiculous. Then when they go off and have kids of their own, the cycle never ends.
Have a moment of silence for all of the sweaters that have been lost to the crazy ex-girlfriends. Speaking of sweaters, though, you can get this sweater at romaarmy.com or nodick.com, which is with a Q.
Well, as it turns out, as I've said before, both sides have it pretty bad. It's not just women. Men also struggle with their issues. But the reason why these issues never get talked about is because people are afraid to talk about certain issues because they're afraid they'll get judged. If men try to talk about issues facing men, a lot of men are actually afraid of being called a sexist or a misogynist or being told, well, you don't know what it's like to be a woman, so blah, 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 blah. And the argument can be held saying, well, you don't know what it's like to be a man, truth be told, you know. And all you can do, YouTube, is make the best of it. And that's the thing of it. Women want men to be better at communicating their feelings and their issues. But as soon as we try to, us men get attacked for it. And this is true for both genders. If you wouldn't like it being done to you, why do it to someone else? It's the golden rule, goddammit. You know, if you think marriage counseling would help, go for it. But honestly, you and your other half are each other's best counselor. You know why? Because it doesn't cost you any money to go. And if you love each other enough, that's just part of how it goes. You're having a crap day, so you confide in your other half. Thank you, Kayleen, for subscribing. Appreciate it. You know, and this is the joke I have made on my channel before. If you're one of those couples that likes to drag other people into your couple's issues, then you might as well get a marriage counselor. Now, the pretense behind that, you might have you and your wife go out to dinner with another couple, maybe every other Friday or whatever, you know, and you sit there and gossip over what's going on in your life, you have a couple drinks, whatever, right? Well, now all of a sudden the other couple's fighting about something stupid and pointless, and you just don't care, you know, you hear them bitching about it and you just don't care. Yet somehow they've managed to drag you and your wife into their problems, and now you and your wife are having a fight about someone else's fight, and you're just like, what? And of course you want to take the husband's side on the other side because you're a guy, I get it, right? But then of course you're forced to take the woman's side because your woman's got you by the balls. That's usually how it goes, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's the joke of it. Like, if you're the kind of person that likes to drag other people into your fucking marriage issues, your relationship issues, then seek a relationship counselor. Or better yet, you know what I'm saying? If it's such a fucking issue, it's affecting the happiness of you and their relationship, take a break from it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But think about this, you two. Would you want a relationship where you fight constantly, you don't get along with your girlfriend's parents, and all your friends are constantly saying, bro, she's no good for you, man. Why? That third one is optional, you know. Sometimes your friends do have your best interest in heart. It's just, you may not see it because, you know, you could be going through a dry spell. You'll finally get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever, and then freaking all your friends, all your female friends or all your male friends are going to be like, if that person's bad for you and you don't see it because you're excited to get someone, you know what I'm saying, that you haven't had someone in a while, that kind of thing. So you're going to be blindsided by that. That's another thing too. Okay, is if you're going through a dry spell and you're lucky enough to land an awesome, significant of age other half, then YouTube, be wary. Do not get blindsided by the fact of, oh, holy shit, this is refreshing. No. constant vigilance. You too. Women bitch about how manipulative men can be, and I'm like, oh, that is fucking rich. Oh my god, that's as rich as a slice of raspberry cheesecake. I tell you what. That's as rich as a slice of strawberry cheesecake glazed in like a little dark chocolate, regular chocolates, freaking ribbons on it. Just, you know, truth be told, it just depends on the person. People can be manipulative, and it's sad. Darth Lenny, good fucking morning. What the fuck is up, YouTube? Not a whole lot, man. Chilling like a villain. I got 2 more wands to make for the Etsy batch. And I got them all carved out. I'll get them sanded when it's a little bit later in the afternoon. Just so, you know, it's a little early in the morning to be working power tools. The problem with modern masculinity. Haha.
The Ridge wallet for real is my type of wallet. Once you get used to a wallet like this, the old like folding leather normal wallets of the past.
Ladies and gentlemen, by now I'm sure you've heard.
Now, I gave Darth Lenny 2 bars of tactical soap. He's got the Maverick #1 Ocean Breeze. Yes. Yo, Mountain Wizards. What's up? Hold on 1 second. I gotta go into my YouTube chat and remod Mountain Wizards. Unfortunately, I cannot remod them from Streamlabs, so I literally have to go into YouTube and, you know. Some crazy ass video right here. 10 million Legos in friend's house. Oh, the nightmare that would be to clean up, dude. That would be... Oh, no, dude. No. That's kind of one of those... You're doing it to, shock people, like, look how many Legos are in here. Second. King Cobra JFS, now it's a party. That documentary, I mean documentary, see what I did there? I mean, goth pun. The problem with modern masculinity.
Masculinity. The idea that being a man or being masculine is inherently bad or toxic. Children.
Yep, welcome to the society we live in, where being manly is now considered toxic. Oh, you grew a beard? That's toxic masculinity. But there's a problem with this too, YouTube. Modern femininity has also become a problem. This idea of all men are inherently pigs and women must rule the earth. That's modern femininity in a nutshell. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this video. And I'm telling you right now, if he pisses you off, I'm sorry, but that's the goddamn truth. And here's the thing of it. No. No. Stop that. Okay? Because you know how pissed off women get when men think they're superior? Oh, it pisses them off, and rightfully so. You know exactly how that fucking feels, so why do it to us? Because humans are vindictive assholes by nature.
Children are being taught that in no uncertain terms that being a male, being a boy, is some type of evil gender.
That is the goddamn truth. As far as kids being raised, boys are being raised to think that they're evil. Yeah, I get that. Because they hear from women all the time. When I was growing up as a kid, oh, I never heard the end of it. As a guy growing up, you men, you men, you men, you men. You know, if you're being raised right, you know what I'm saying, YouTube? You're being raised to never hit women as a boy, because that's what men are supposed to do. You don't. You know, that's just fucked. And the only time I would accept that would be if the woman has a gun to your head or a knife to your throat. At that point, it's self-fucking-defense. You know? Even if a chick's just beating the shit out of you, wailing on you, you know, walk away. Put your hands in your goddamn pocket and walk the fuck away. Because the second you respond in self-defense, the courts are not going to see it like that. That's why it's called Be the Bigger Man. And believe me, it sucks. It does, you know. When people are that shitty towards each other, they abuse their gender privilege, and then get pissed off when the other side does it. It's like, whoa.
And that is hurting people. That is hurting young men, and this is what this particular video is all about. Believe it or not, men are 5 times more likely to die of suicide than women. In the modern...
That is the unfortunate but very sad truth. Fuck suicide. You know, if you're depressed, talk to someone that you care about, dude. It's not worth it. Okay? I don't care how depressed you get. fuck suicide, YouTube. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sure, we all have a shit time sometimes. Nothing you can do about it. I might brew up some coffee. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Modern era, women are much more educated than men. More men are homeless, more men are in prison, more men are the victims of violent crime. Fathers are less likely to get custody of their children over mothers, and the list goes on. Now, I recently made a video just a couple of weeks ago about the problems with modern femininity, and it is only fair that I follow suit and do it all about the other gender. So, ladies and gentlemen, here are the problems with modern masculinity. But first, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN.
Cowabunga, dude. Surfshark VPN. If you live in a Muslim-based country and want to jack off to, that hot Arabian porn star, Malia Cooney. You want to jack off to Malia Cooney without getting caught, even though you're an adult in the privacy of your own home, Surfshark VPN has you covered.
Safety and security are two very important parts of everyday life, particularly on the internet. Every day you are under threat from dirty, rotten soy boys trying to target you. And most internet users aren't even aware. If only there was someone to protect you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Surfshark VPN is here to do just that. Surfshark turns you into an anonymous and hard-to-trace online user and makes the internet a safer and more enjoyable place for you. With a click of the button, you can forget about data mining and
Oh, it's Mia Khalifa, my bad. I mispronounced her name. But you know who I'm talking about.
intrusive advertisements. And do you know what geo-blocking is? On Netflix and other streaming sites, you can only watch certain shows if you're in a particular country. With Surfshark VPN, you can appear to be in that country and watch those shows. Surfshark gives you all the access you need. Just connect to the service and refresh the page. Access granted. I use Surfshark every single day, and it automatically starts up when I turn on my laptop. And whenever I need it, I activate it with just one click. Ladies and gentlemen, use the promo code BUTSMAN to get 83% off and 3 extra months for free with Surfshark VPN. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you know that you're in good hands. The link is in the description below. Go and check it out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the big problems that we face with modern masculinity. Problem number 1. Modern men are weak. The regression of masculinity has only intensified over the past few years. And it is with fear, vitriol.
This is what happens when women have been oppressed for the last 200 plus years, my dude. You know, it's kind of karma going, okay, now it's your turn. And nobody likes it. 2 wrongs don't make a right. But there you go.
And anger aimed towards men, it's no wonder that they are regressing, particularly when it comes to universities and college campuses worldwide. Young men with malleable minds being told by lecturers that being a man is a bad thing.
What?
That they should be ashamed of what they cannot control. They are to...
Yeah, this idea that men can't control themselves, I find it disgusting. Like, this idea that all men are rapists and we can't control ourselves, it's fucking disgusting. Like, You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Could you imagine if there was a stereotype for women in which they were told, well, you just can't control yourself? Like, what if they went, when you went to college as a woman, they all told you were fat because you can't control yourself around chocolate? You'd be like, excuse me, motherfucker. That's not nearly as bad as what men are being told, but that's kind of, you know. You know what you'd be saying, ladies? Excuse me, we're not all like that. And to be fair, there are men out there who are fat too. That's exactly what you would say.
Blame for the things that have happened to women in the past, and only they can stop it. Not men as a whole, that individual male. They're being indoctrinated into the belief that they are a part of an evil cabal known as the patriarchy. Of course, all of that is fucking ridiculous, but if you beat a dog to its knees for its entire life, it will never stand up. And that's what's happening here. Now, when I say they're becoming weak, I don't mean that being an emotional person or being in touch with one's feelings or even being feminine is akin to being weak. In fact, me, the old Butterfield here, you know what I get up to when I'm not screaming at a camera like a fucking idiot? I rescue greyhounds. I enjoy my time with my partner. We look after our families. We do all these beautiful things together. And you know what? That may be seen as feminine. And that's fine. Sometimes when I'm in the kitchen cooking dinner and my greyhound Rosie, pictured right here, look at that little darling, she comes in and she demands dinner. Because it's 6:01 and she gets dinner at 6 o'clock, and if she doesn't get it on time, she carries on like a pork chop. You know what I do sometimes? I pick her up by her little feet and she stands up with me because she's quite tall, and we dance. We fucking dance, alright? I am 6'8" with a beard. I could grow a clitoris and still be more of a man than half of the fucking incels out there. It's okay to be feminine. It's okay to be in touch with your feminine side, gentlemen. It's not being
For real. Exactly.
weak. You can talk about your feelings, you can talk about your issues. That's not being weak at all. Being weak is something far more horrible. Women do not like weak men. And those who do are hairy armpitted fools that don't want to be with a man. They want to own a man. Being a strong...
The Ridge wallet for real is my type of wallet. Once you get used to a wallet like this, the old like folding leather normal wallet,
masculine human being doesn't mean you're a horrible piece of shit and mean and rude and you yell and you try and staunch people. No. It means you're stoic. It means you face adversity head on. It means you look after the ones around you. It means you're a good motherfucker. It means, and this is how I sort of thought about it when I was writing this video, the way to be the perfect man is be the man you wish your father was. That, I think, is the best way to look at this.
Yeah.
Which moves on immediately to my next point. Men are scared. Men are scared of being men. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being a man. Nothing. There is something wrong with being a tyrannical asshole who bullies people and is just a piece of shit in general.
I will agree to that. There's nothing wrong with being a man as long as you're not a piece of shit. There's nothing wrong with being a woman as long as you're not a royal bitch about it.
But that's not being a man. Anyone who tells you that there's something wrong with being masculine is a fucking liar, and they're full of absolute shit, and you should never listen to that person ever again. Weakness stems from fear. And so many men, young and old, are terrified of being caught doing something wrong. Now, that does sound like something.
It sounds made up, but it's the goddamn truth, you know? You might have some dude sitting in a bar and he sees an ad for this drink the bar is featuring, like, you know, maybe it's this giant rum drink and it's got like 10 different colors in it and a bunch of fruit and it looks really good. and and he wants to get fucking loaded. It's his day off, or whatever. But he's with his guy pals, so he doesn't want to. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to get called a faggot for ordering that drink, or a pussy, or that's a girl's drink, or what have you. So instead, when his guys are like, "Hey, what do you want?" Hey, I'll get a beer. He gets a beer. Simple as that. But then he'll see another person across the counter who ordered that drink, and bartender makes it, and then when they get done pouring it and making it in the glass, they see it's a dude drinking it on the other side of the bar. And one of your buddies comments and goes, "Look at that pussy drinking a girl's drink. Real men drink beer, you pussy." And they just look at you like... This actually happened to me a while back, but when I went to the liquor store to get a Steel Reserve Blue Raz, I was like, sweet, I got enough money for a beer. Hells yeah. And this cowboy was standing outside smoking a cigarette by the bar section, and he goes, "That beer's for pussies." So I looked right at him and I said, "I likes getting of-age pussy," and then I started dry humping the can. It was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious, dude. That guy was being a toxic masculine dick about it, and I was like, man, you think you're funny? Yeah, I'm funnier, you know. You know, maybe it's because you're too much of a pussy to try it. You ever think of that? You're so fucking afraid of venturing out and trying different flavored beers for fear of being demasculated, as if that's the worst thing, dude. You know, it's ridiculous. But people want to call me an incel, and I thought that was fucking funny. That's why I made fun of the trolls on my last stream, right? But anyone who can sit there and say, yeah, I'm a dude, and yeah, I'm drinking a Bud Light Seltzer Mango, I don't care what the fuck anyone thinks of me. You know what I'm saying? You want to call me a fucking pussy for drinking it? That's a girl's drink. Fuck you.
Been quite scary, and you may think, hang on, if they're going to do something wrong, then they should be called out for it. But what is defined as wrong now is ridiculous, okay? If you talk to a girl at the office, that's sexual harassment. If you ask her out, that's sexual harassment. If you look at her, that's sexual harassment. Now, there are sexual harassers out there that do horrible pieces of shit, and things like, when you wolf whistle at a chick out of your fucking ute when you're a tradie, that poor chick, she just wants to fucking walk, even though she's wearing a G-bang, she's fucking walking half the birds out there. My point being, leave people alone. It's a tough one, eh?
Yeah, the problem with the modern masculine identity is exactly, Mr. Butterfield, exactly. Where women could just scream sexual harassment, and if it's, doesn't matter if it's true or not, 9 times out of 10 they get what they want as far as their accusation going through. It's ridiculous. And ladies, could you even begin to imagine if men had the kind of power you had in that sense? It doesn't work like that, does it? If a chick walks up to a dude and says, "Nice biceps," and he looks at her and says, "Oh my God, Quit raping me with your eyes. You're sexually harassing me. I mean, I suppose it's how you deliver the compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like if you walk up to a chick and say, "Damn, you're looking good," versus you walk up to a chick versus you walk up to a chick and, "Oh, I would fuck the shit out of you. You don't even know. Damn, have you on my bed rocking that shit like I rock this guitar." They look at you like, "Wow, dude, way too strong on the come on." Ew. I mean, you hear a guy wolf whistle at a chick and she gets offended and slaps him. It's like, well, that's horse shit. Like, okay, if you're that offended, you don't have to get violent with it unless he's getting violent with you. That's horse shit. If us men are being told we're not allowed to hit women, then women should not be allowed to hit men. Plain and simple. That's called gender equality. Right. If you think the guy's a sleaze, tell him to fuck off. If he's a bit more aggressive about it, fucking, you know what to do. Reset button. Right in the nuts, man. You hit a guy in the nuts, he drops, you run away.
I get it. But that's what this sort of society has created. Men are scared to approach women. Men are scared.
Well, and this is the thing of it. Men are scared to approach women for a number of reasons. One, if we don't approach them, it's, well, why don't you grow some balls and go flirt with her? Well, if we do try to flirt with her, oh, you're coming on too strong with your male oppression. So for some women, it's like, how are you supposed to communicate with them? You know, I'm not trying to pick on ladies, because, well, guess what? We'll get into, if Isaiah Butterfield has the other video he talked about, we'll watch that one too. Like, my goal is not to pick on anyone specifically. That my goal is to help the genders understand each other better. But like literally, if you're at a bar having a drink, you walk up to a chick and just put your hands on her tits, and then you're just like, "Oh my God, you are just the cutest," right? But if a chick walks up to you and puts her hand on your chest and just says, "You're just the cutest," and you're like, "Whoa, I appreciate the compliment, but hey, you know, your wife would probably be steaming pissed if she saw you grabbing a beer with the guys, and then some chick just comes up and starts flirting with you, and you kindly tell her, 'Hey, you're taken, back off please.' And of course, she just got through a shitty breakup, so she's white girl wasted, and she don't care. And she's sitting there, 'Oh, you're taken.' Now that she knows she can't have you, she'll flirt even harder. Isn't that just creepy when women and men do that crap? They know that person's taken, but they're still being a prat about it and flirting with them. Ew, dude, no. That's not cool, mate. And you gotta ask yourself, how would it fucking feel if it was you and your other half? Someone was doing that shit to you.
Scared to do anything that puts them out there as a masculine person. Men are scared to post shit on Instagram that may make them seem like they're part of the patriarchy. Men are scared. They don't want to be...
Oh yeah, some man sitting there taking a picture on Instagram, flexing with his chopping axe, and then you see videos of him just chopping logs and grunting and sweating and you know. Oh, but if you post that on his Instagram, he's being a toxic male. Yeah, but what if he's a lumberjack and that's his Instagram page? You ever think of that shit? No, you don't. And ladies, it's the goddamn truth. If you assume that because men are doing certain things that they're being toxic, that's no different than someone calling you a slut just because you're wearing a low-cut t-shirt showing off your... Yeah. And maybe it's hot outside. And maybe you don't want to deal with sweats. And maybe, you know, just maybe, it's your body, it's your right kind of thing. You know? Or maybe you want to dress comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. You go, wait a minute, that's kind of unfair now. That's gender relations, my dude.
Be labelled as a sexist, or a homophobe, or a transphobe. They don't want to lose their jobs, or their living, or their family because of it. They don't want to be called out on social media for things that they don't even really believe. That is where this fear comes from. Men as a gender are walking on the eggshells of society, waiting for a booby trap to jump out in a gotcha moment. This fear and previously covered weakness is what is leading more and more men to become things known as incels, involuntary celibates, who refuse to have sex because they're scared of women or rejection, which is just insane. If you get to my age of 27 and you haven't been rejected 1,000 times, you're not trying, mate. The thing about fear is, though, it often manifests itself in an outwards fashion. What I mean by that is that can lead to violence. If you push an animal up against a wall, what does it do? It has no choice but to fight back. And that's where we see a lot of these incels shooting up places and all that horrible shit. It's because they're scared. They're scared, and there's a lot of reasons they're scared. Maybe they had a horrible childhood, or a whole variable of different things. It's not just because masculinity is being attacked. But I bet it's got something to do with it. But more so than the violence, we see men imploding upon themselves, withdrawing to their own minds. They get trapped into this gulag that is their own thoughts, and they become something known as Peter Pan. They never grow up, they never change. They never change their thoughts, their ideas, or their ideologies, and they always remain that 16-year-old boy who is terrified of the world. And that is a big problem. Which brings me to my final point. Men are fucking that scared that they hide. With weakness and fear infecting men's minds, they withdraw and they see life as too hard. Success is untenable, love is fiction, and responsibility is to be avoided at all costs. So they hide. And hiding isn't living at all. It leads to sadness, weight issues, and worst of all, hatred. Men are hiding so much that it has become very much a woman's world. More women are going to university than men, they're getting higher paying jobs, and that's a great thing for women. But I think, as most people who watch this channel understand, it shouldn't be about gender. Everyone needs an equal go, regardless if you got a cock or it's the other C word, alright?
I agree. It shouldn't be about gender, it's really just about people. Like, if you're a hardworking person and you do what you can to make your money an honest, earnest way, then you should have a fair share at it just like anybody else, regardless if you have a vagina or a penis. I completely agree.
I'm not allowed to say that anymore on YouTube because they're freaking out. My point being, we are all in agreement here. I think most of us here. We believe that everyone should be given a fair go regardless. That's the Australian attitude. Give everyone a fair go. And this needs to be played up for men more. I don't want to sound like a men's rights activist because I'm not. I'm just being logical here. Because men right now are being socially castrated. Their ability to be masculine has been removed. And that is being done by social media and universities and the people around. That's a scary thing. It's a scary time to be a dude in many respects. Mainly because if you are beaten to your knees and kept there, then you, as a young man or as an old man, are not ready for the turmoil that life will throw at you, and it will throw it at you. That is fucking worrying. That's why we see these suicide rates that are through the roof for men, and they're only going to increase. So, What do we do? We've identified all these issues for men. Let me give you a couple of fucking answers for what you can do immediately. Number one, sort your fucking body out. If you're overweight, do something about it. Work out how many calories you need to eat a day. Go to a calorie calculator and work out what 20% less of that is, and then aim for that amount. Download MyFitnessPal, track your calories, and go to the gym. All right? 5 days a week. 1 day push, 1 day pull, 1 day legs, rest, then repeat. You know what I'm fucking talking about? Google it, work it out, lose some weight, look after your body. All right? That's the first step. Step 2, education. Educate yourself. Read Orwell, read Peterson, read philosophy. Get some information in that fucking skull. Yeah? Listen to podcasts. Listen to other people and be able to change your thoughts on things when you obtain new information. That is so important. And number 3, ego. Fuck your ego off. Change the person who you want to be. Don't walk around, don't staunch motherfuckers. You don't need to be a big tough motherfucker anymore. You don't, okay? Enjoy being around people. If you see someone you don't know, give them a head nod. Say, "G'day, mate." Something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think if men take these things on board and then finally they change, then the problems with modern masculinity will go by the wayside. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section below, and
Honestly, it's not just that. Honestly, it's the way women are perceived as well. Like, because women are held to such a high pressure in our society, they then put that pressure on men as well. Like, society ends up putting all this pressure on men and women, and then they put that pressure on each other, and then the cycle just never ends. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. That was the problem with modern masculinity. Jeez. So let's watch the other one, the problem with modern femininity. Let's see here. There's a lot of videos. Let's see. I don't quite see it, but we'll keep looking and see. Let's see here. Do hope you're all having an awesome weekend. It's Saturday. Worst feminist on TikTok. What even? No.
The Ridge wallet for real is my type of wallet. Once you get used to a wallet like this, the old like folding leather normal wallets of the past just kind of look and feel.
G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here. Hope you're doing bloody not bad at all. Oh, I'm excited about this video. Feminists all over the globe have taken over the fastest rising social media platform that we have ever seen, TikTok.
Oh, you're with her now? Okay. I guess I'll just have to show you what you're missing.
It's the cringiest fucking platform going around. For the uninitiated, it's the new version of Tumblr.
You sure you want to do this, little girl? I mean, what if we're dangerous?
Yes, I am.
There are
It's when
some
talent
cringy
goes
TikTok
to
videos.
die,
I will say that.
opinions are just fucking shithouse, and there's so many young kids that I'm pretty sure sex offenders just chill out there all fucking afternoon.
Ugh.
It's creepy as fuck. But anyway, on to the craziest feminist that I've ever seen. But first, this video is brought to you by Rage Footmouse?
Introducing a revolution in gaming. Footmouse, the first science-based gaming mouse made for feet.
I've been using Footmouse since 2017, but not on land. There's a lot of controversy as to whether or not Footmouse should be.
Aha, gotcha! Footmouse is brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends. It's the greatest game that we've ever seen on mobile. I cannot get enough of it. The storyline is incredible. The graphics, ladies and gentlemen, they are second to none. It's absolutely amazing. The daily rewards program for new players has been doubled from 90 days to 180 days. Each day you can claim your free rewards, from free energy refills, silver and gems, to shards, and a free barbarian legendary champion, Seal of the Drake. Go to the video description right now and click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you'll receive 100,000 silver and one free epic champion, Jota. And all this treasure will be waiting for you right here. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you there. Thank you very much, Raid, for sponsoring the video, because let's face it, this shit's not going to get monetized at all. Now, angry, cranky feminists, let's fucking do it!
In 1998, Hollywood invented.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what are you? I don't really know what the flags in the background, and the messy bed, and the undecided opinion on what colour your hair should be, but let me tell you, bitch, you have my undivided attention.
The blonde cheerleader and the brunette nerd to keep women in competition so we wouldn't realize the true enemy was men.
Okay, listen up, you hotbed of gear. Blaming Hollywood because women who have blonde hair are cheerleaders and women who have brunette hair are nerds and like...
What? No, dude, stop. This chick can't be real, dude. Did she really just say that? In 1998, Hollywood invented the blonde cheerleader and the nerdy brunette. And what does hair color have to do with anything, to be honest? Because I've seen brunette cheerleaders. You watch the NFL, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Librarians is absolutely fucking hilarious, okay? The reason that blonde...
But no, to keep them divided. You see, so you're going to equivalate women being catty with each other and overly competitive with each other. You're going to blame that shit on men. Yep, we got ourselves a feminazi on TikTok.
Blonde chicks are cheerleaders and brunette chicks are the smart, nerdy ones is because all blonde women say these type of phrases. Oh my god! Are you serious? No fucking way!
I'm so fucking hot right now.
But this TikTok right here, it has something in common with all of the other TikToks that I'm about to show you. The one thing they blame more than anything else for anything wrong in their lives is blokes, men, dudes, people with the penises. That is the common thread here. They all want to blame men for their problems. It's quite fun to watch.
I'm not like the other girls.
Fuck me, who are you? Post Malone's stunt double. Those tattoos, those mad tats at the top of your head. Looks like you fucking headbutted some dickhead's tag on a train. It looks fucking stupid.
I'm not like the other girls. I say sexist jokes.
This TikTok is a parody of the woman's TikTok who is not a feminist. And she's making fun of these women who aren't feminists because it's so crazy to be a woman and not someone who hates men. Here's the thing with the whole sexist joke. Telling a sexist joke is not being sexist because it is a joke, and jokes are pretend, they're not real, they're make-believe, you see? But the problem with people calling out sexist jokes as being sexist is it takes away from the real sexists of the world. There are real people out there who hate women. There are real men out there who hate women, and that's fucking horrible. There's also real women out there that hate men. Feminists.
Yeah. So then you get this other chick who's like parodying the other chick. You know, there's that too. And the sad truth of it is, there are women who hate men and men who hate women, and it's just...
Other girls, I drink beer even though I don't actually like it.
Well, you're a fucking idiot then. Drink what you want. If you're a woman and you want to drink beer, drink fucking beer. If you're a bloke and you want to drink cruisers, drink cruisers. You fucking pussy.
I'm not like the other girls. I'll let you say the N-word and I won't ever give you a history lesson.
Whoa, okay. Has anyone ever actually had to weigh that up when making a decision between two potential mates? Oh, this one, she loves me. She's very nice to me. She's kind. She's attractive. She's beautiful. She's got big old bitties. She's nice. She makes me a better person. But this one, she lets me say no.
I'm not like the other girls. I'll be one of the boys with you. I'm not like the other girls. I'll let you do drugs every day.
This has never made sense to me ever. Why would any bloke want their girlfriend or partner or wife to be one of the boys? Running around fucking sack whacking them, daxing them in the middle of cooking dinner, fucking running around spiking their drinks with
What is that? Okay, what the fuck is that shit? Why do you guys do that? You know, I've never done it. I don't get why people do it. You just walk up to a guy and whoosh, you know what I'm saying? No. Okay, guys, can we stop doing that? The sack whacking, like where you walk up to someone, just smack them with the top of your hand, like whoosh, like, you know what I'm saying? No, dude. No. It's like, why do you want to touch another dude's balls? You think you're being funny because you're smacking him in the nuts with the top of your hand, like, and then he does it to you, and then you both start laughing. It's like the dumbest shit, dude. The fucking dumbest shit.
drugs, encouraging them to do drugs. You don't want your girlfriend to be one of the boys. That's fucking ridiculous. You get a girlfriend to get away from the boys because you've nearly died 14 fucking times.
That's exactly how I feel.
Oh, God.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yes. Yes, it does.
That's exactly how I feel.
What the fuck are you doing, mate? This is very common, in fact. Men become male feminists because of one reason. They do it because they don't want to seem as if they're the evil man. They're on the woman's side, but they have an ulterior motive. They're trying to have sex with women. And
not all... Okay, stop. Isaac Butterfield, hold on, dude. No. Fuck that. That's why... This is why a man who supports female equality are getting crap. It's because that's the stereotype, my dude. That is a fucking stereotype. Yeah, there are some pieces of shit men out there who use feminism to get laid because, you know, they're pieces of shit. But then there are some people out there who actually give a fuck about the woman's needs and feelings.
They don't have the ability to do that the normal way by being attractive or pheromones or abs or chesticles.
Pheromones, you say? Well, with coupon code KINGCOBRA, you can get 15% off your next order by visiting the GrondikeSoapCompany.com website. GrondikeSoap.com. Use coupon code KINGCOBRA and you'll get 10% off. Used to be 10% off, now it's 15% off. I love tactical soap. I smell like Bond Original. Yes. Get some like God of War pheromone beard oil to go with it. Aye.
Whatever you want to fucking, whatever, beards, right? That's what attracts women. So they use this real sneaky and gross way of doing it by sneaking into the female's camp and being one of them. Look, I'm one of you. Don't suspect me, and then BAM! They turn out to be a fucking creep, because all male feminists are fucking creeps.
That is a stereotype, my dude. According to Isaiah Butterfield, all male feminists are creeps that just want to get laid. I hate that stereotype, dude. This is how the whole goddamn simp culture started in the fucking first place. There's people sitting there saying, oh, no, he doesn't genuinely believe in being nice to women. No, he's just after that sweet pussy. This shit pisses me off, dude. It's like now, if women want us to be sincere and genuine with our niceness, we try to be, and they're not going to take us seriously, are they? No, they're not. They're not going to take us seriously because of this crap. They're going to look at us like, huh, you know. Although, generally speaking, whenever I've held the door for a lady, I've never gotten any grief over it, you know. Whenever I hold the door for women here in town, I'm genuine and I'm polite. I don't check them out when I do it. It's just a courtesy, you know. And I'll hold the door for anyone, really, strangers even, like, you know what I'm saying? That way people can't say, oh, you're just doing it to, you know, fuck that.
Ask one of the pricks.
Did you know male reindeer actually lose their antlers in the winter? Meanwhile, female reindeer keep them. Guys, that means Santa's sleigh is pulled by an awesome team of all women. Yes to girl power.
Yep, turns out girls
What? Okay, that's...
rule, and boys get Christmas off with their families to drink beer and eat turkey. Sounds fair to me.
Okay, so just go through this with me one more time. Okay. If he does it and I let...
You're curious.
And if he wants to, but I stop him.
You're respecting yourself.
And if I let him and I like...
You go, girl. I'm over this sound.
You know what? She has a point there. We should all be proud of our sexuality, whatever it happens to be. If you're a chick and you love dick, good fucking on you, baby. You fucking get that pork sword. You throw it straight up your ass and your mouth and your badge, wherever you bloody want it. Alright, this lady is proud of how much she loves dick. And I'm happy to listen to her talk about how much she loves dick. Alright, I want to watch more of her TikToks. Let's do it.
You see, okay, you literally see this insanely hot chick with pink hair, and the dude she's with is ooh-wee.
Okay, that's definitely her dad. I don't know if we should be proud of her sexuality now.
No.
Let's move on to something a bit more, fuck me, I'm freaking out. That's just weird. That's some Tasmania shit right there. I brought you into this video because I promised you the worst feminist on TikTok, and it's time to bring her to the forefront. You see, she's already been on my channel before. She's a friend of the show. She is none other than Gothic.
Oh, jeez. Really? And of course, it had to be... Oh, man. There is a TikToker by the name of Gothic. Spells the O with a 0 and it's got like 4 C's on the end of it. In her profile picture, she has her hair dyed black and green, which I might add looks nice. She got her goth makeup on to match it.
4 C's in a name for some fucking reason.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling.
Oh, this should be great fun.
Trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
The Ridge wallet does a lot more than a typical wallet. It's small and modern, expands to hold cards and cash. It's made of military-grade material.
This is on TikTok considered content. This video has thousands of likes. Gone are the days where people spend weeks, months, an age trying to write a video, perform a video, film a video, edit a video, and put it out there. Now you just film yourself on the back of a John Deere with someone else's music. Fuck this chick.
Why does that bother you, dude? Why does that bother you?
When you...
Wait. Go back to that still shot.
Weeks, months, an age trying to write a video, perform a video, film a video, edit a video, and put it out there. Now you just film yourself on the back of a John Deere with someone else's music. Fuck this chick.
Okay, so this goth chick is calling herself Gothic. But here's a video of her on TikTok about to do this weird video when you sneeze on your period. I'm sure that's a chick problem that chicks could relate to. Well, you look at her and she's wearing these baggy ass yellow plaid pants and a sleeveless shirt. And she's not even thick, mate. She's skinny. She got curve, man. Calling herself Gothic, but look at her. She's not even, like... What? She's not even thick, dude. She's like... She's on the skinnier side. Okay, so there's that, but who cares?
When you sneeze on your period. Okay, this should be fucking disgusting.
Hey, yo. Look like I'm going for a swim.
Did she just say going for a swim? That's just so fucking gross. Why are you people... I want to say you people, I mean women, so proud of your period. You're bleeding from your vag. That's it. Who gives a shit? That's like me making a TikTok right now going, oh, well, you got hay fever and you really need to shit. It's fucking gross. No one wants to hear about you filling up your Reg Grundies with blood and clots and shit. Alright?
Well, I bloody well missed the spot when I was shaving. Right fucking there. It never fails. Hold on a second. We'll get back to that in a second. Hold on a second. Much better. Alright, listen. As dudes, we're never gonna know what that's like to have a period. So here's the thing of it. Women can't control that shit, dude. And making them feel gross about it when they're already feeling gross themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck off!
So you're telling me this is how the turn out? Then I'm gonna stick with the girls.
You're telling me that some women, when they are raped, the most heinous thing you can do to a person other than murdering them, their boyfriends dump them. That's fucked. Like, I don't think that happens that much, but maybe it does. And if that happens, then obviously in that situation it's a horrible thing to go through, but it's probably a good thing. If someone leaves you because of that, they're not going to stick around in other hard times during your life. So fuck that dude or that girl or whoever it happens to be. But this is once again blaming men. She's pointing out that men are the problem. And Gothic is a proud lesbian, and she is really...
Damn it. Hey, if you're a proud lesbian, happy for you. I was just gonna say, honey, not all men are pigs. Oh, that is so typical. I'm not gonna lie, that Gothic chick is pretty cute. Not trying to come on to her or anything, because obviously she's lesbian, but... shit. But I mean, like, there are two reasons why women become lesbian. One, they're sick of men. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. Right? Or two, because that's what they're sexually attracted to. And you have to think, how many pieces of shit do they have to encounter before they're just like,
eh. She is really forward in pushing that upon everybody. In fact, she almost goes as far to pull out her favourite double-ended dildo and wave it figuratively in the face of everyone on her TikTok. She fucking hates blokes.
Some dudes be like, dishwasher, laundry machine, what are you doing out of the kitchen? Go make me a sandwich. Then when you get upset at these comments because they perpetuate misogyny in America, and worldwide for that matter.
Listen up here, squid lips. Squid lips. Your lips look like calamari. That's what it fucking looks like.
They pass it off as a joke. If your joke comes at the expense of a minority, it's probably not funny.
Well, at this point, Gothic, she seems like a decent person who just wants the world to be a better place. And I kind of agree. Like, I got a wicked sense of humor, mind you, but I don't know, there's just certain jokes I don't do because I feel like it crosses a line, you know? I mean, I've said some pretty fucked up shit in the name of being funny, but, you know, there's a line I wouldn't cross, like sexist jokes or racist jokes, you know, or jokes about rape and shit. I mean, it's fucking horrible that people make jokes like that, like... You know what I'm saying? That there's a point where you're just like, that's a bit much.
You, being female, is not a minority. You are not, okay? When it comes to birth rates, I think it's 50.4% of the babies born are male, right? Which leaves 49.6% female. But at the age of 25, that almost levels out because men are more likely to die younger than women. In fact, in older years, there are more females than males. So in fact, you are the majority. So when we tell jokes about women, we're actually punching up. Probably shouldn't punch women at all. It's bad. Naughty boy. Point being, you're not a minority. Harden the fuck up.
And in very poor taste. And then if a woman makes a kill all men joke, the men in the comments fucking riot.
Well, okay.
Like, you get so much hate for it. You get, not all men, misandrist. But like, bro, chill. It was a woman making a joke. You might not find it funny because it came at your expense.
Okay. There's a bit of hypocrisy here with that statement, because I guarantee you, Gothic, if a man made a joke to you about women that was sexist or violent, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's offensive. But when women make jokes about men, we're supposed to just suck it up because we're being a pussy, huh?
saying kill all men is not a joke, unless it is the butt of a joke or the punchline of a joke. But in most practices, when it comes to feminism, particularly on social media, people like Clementine Ford, they don't use it as a joke. It's not a part of a joke. It's not a punchline. It's not a setup. It's a literal statement that they make because they do not like men, because they've had bad experiences with men. Maybe their dad was a prick, or their first boyfriend was a piece of shit, or whatever. They've had a bad experience, and now they write all dudes off. Ladies, you don't need feminism to find happiness in life. A man should not be a feminist, number one. He should treat you equally to himself.
Well, what's wrong with a man being a feminist? This is the problem with our society anymore. Is now we're being told, but literally by everyone and a bunch of people that, oh hey, if you're a man and you're a feminist, you're super creepy. But then women get pissed off and say, why can't you be more open and supportive? And it's just like,
because he's a good person, not because he needs to have a movement behind him. And ladies, you don't need feminism to push yourself forward. Just be good at what you do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. Just being an absolute asshole to people. That's what I do best, ladies and gentlemen. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. And I'll see you all very soon. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.
honestly, I went into that video thinking, okay, she was going to be one of those stereotypical feminazi types. But some of the stuff Gothic said was kind of on point, like, you shouldn't make jokes at other people's expense if they're not the ones finding it very funny. You gotta be nice to people, but then turns around and says, if women make jokes about men, just chill out. Like, excuse me? What? No, dude. Ridiculous.
The Ridge wallet for real is my type of wallet. Once you get used to a wallet like this, the old like folding.
Alright. Let's go right there.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't believe it. It is time for the merch drop. It is here. Finally, for years upon years, people have waited for the cancelled collection merch drop. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is available to the world. And before we get on with this very important video, let's have a look at exactly what you can get your hands on in this merch drop, starting with the brand new Be a Good Motherfucker shirt. You see that? It doesn't end there. Have a look at that design. That is fucking not bad. But it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. The brand new moist t-shirts. They are very moist indeed. Have a go at these babies. You can wear these absolutely anywhere when you're working on the farm or when you're working by the pool or whatever you're bloody doing or sitting at home jacking off. Whatever you're doing, throw on this moist t-shirt and you will be succeeding. But some bad news. There's only 10 of them left because, ladies and gentlemen, in the pre-order, the Good Motherfucker Club, they jumped on it, they bought all of these bastards, and let me just tell you this, if you do miss out on these in this drop, we'll bring them back, but you need to join the Good Motherfucker Club, which is down in the description below, okay? Go and do that to get your hands on these moist t-shirts, but if you're quick, there's only about 10 of them left. The coveted Mona Buttsman, look at that, it's a piece of art. I've got a microphone in my hand and I'm looking sexy as. Wouldn't this look great on a shirt? Well, guess what? For this merch drop, it is! Look at that, what a fine piece of art! Get onto that bloody Mona Buttsman shirt, it's delicious! Now you would be forgiven for thinking that's enough merch, Butterfield. You're killing us, you're bloody killing us! Well, it's not, okay? Because there's air fresheners, me dick stinks, air fresheners, and the amazing 5-pack of stinky dick condoms. Gentlemen, get out there and fill those bastards up! And for the first time in Australian YouTube Butterfield bearded bloody bullshit history, we've got female merchandise. Lil Dixon, please come in, and you probably have to get on your tippy toes. Feminine, but not feminist. What do you think?
Not bad.
Not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, go.
What's wrong with women being feminist? You know, being a feminist is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just how you go about doing it. I mean, if you're a royal bitch about it, No one's gonna take the feminist movement seriously.
Go and get it. The link is down below. IsaacButterfield.shop for this merch drop. All of these things will sell out, so do not muck around if you want to cop this merch, and you should, because it's the best absolutely going in the entire bloody world. Now, on with this very important video. You constantly hear progressive people, particularly progressive women, complaining about the problems with men. What's wrong with men? The problem with masculinity. Why men are so terrible and what we can do about it. Toxic masculinity. The problem with men. As the great Charlie Sheen would say, men, 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 menly, men, men. But what if the other sex had, let's say, things about it that men don't like? Let's dive deep into the problem of modern femininity. Femininity is defined as qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of women. Those characteristics have very much...
The problem with this is that masculinity and femininity are both being attacked in a modern society. And nobody ever stops and goes, hey, why are we both being attacked for being man or being a woman? Why the fuck are we fighting? Nope, it's all boo-hoo, I'm being attacked because I'm male, or boo-hoo, I'm being attacked because, you know. And you want to acknowledge, bloody well fucking acknowledge gender equality. Let's acknowledge gender equality at its finest, YouTube.
Changed over time, and I think that's a really good thing, because 50 years ago...
So now they have all these studies, how femininity has changed over the past 50 years, according to a new study. And I think it's awesome, dude, that women have more rights. I really do. 2020 compared to like 1950, you know what I'm saying? Women have progressed and gotten so much rights, it's not even funny. If you would have told a woman in the 1950s, oh, guess what? In the year 2020, women are going to run for president, they would look at you and go, you've been smoking too many of them jazz cigarettes.
If you were characterized as a very feminine person, you would have been stuck inside the house all day and basically been, not a slave, slave's the wrong word, but being second class to the man in your life. And that's bullshit. That is not how we should run anyone's life. But also 50 years ago, 53% of people said to a survey that to be feminine meant to be a good mother and caring. And that makes complete sense. Women are created to look after children. And I know that freaks a lot of people out. It doesn't mean that you can't do other things with your life, but you are...
Unfortunately, Isaac Butterfield does make a very fair point. Women were given the curse/gift to bear children. So that role has been placed upon them by society and by nature. However, that does not mean you can't do other things. Exactly. Freaking exactly. Yeah. And being a mother's tough, dude. Being a parent's tough in general. You know, which is why I'm telling you right now, being single is the cheapest form of birth control.
Are wired biologically to take care of the things that fly out of your spout. But what I fucking hate about this is for some women, they hate that. They despise the fact that some women want to be mothers. They think it is second best to what their life could be. And that brings me to my first point, my first problem with modern femininity. Women hate other women.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, if you're a woman who hates another woman because she wants to have kids, why does that piss you off? Because either you cannot personally produce them yourself and you feel like it's a personal attack on you by nature or whatever, or maybe you're financially not stable enough to have them. Men do this crap too, you know, like we'll give each other shit, like, oh, your car's larger than mine, psh, yeah, whatever. That's called toxic masculinity. I thank you. You're gonna sit there and judge other men by the car they drive. You know, yeah, women hate women. I don't know why women are so goddamn catty towards each other. It makes no fucking sense. I think to myself, wouldn't being a woman for these gals be so much easier if they quit being so fucking mean to each other? You know what I'm saying? And being a man would be so much easier if men weren't so quick to be like, you're a faggot, you're a pussy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been obsessed with belts for a long time. I wear a belt every day, and there was like 3 things that always drove me crazy about belts.
This problem is absolutely without a doubt built from New Age feminism. Now, I'm not talking about everybody, but if you happen to second guess feminism as a female, then you will be ostracized from that group of New Age feminists, and they will look down upon you, down their long, shitty nose at you. Feminists, for some crazy reason, hate the fact and hate the women who don't want to work in this high-paying, high-power job where they're working 90 hours a week, and they'd rather be at home, and if their partner, if it's a male, they can financially support the family. They hate the fact that some men can do that for their families, and I think that's so strange. Why wouldn't you just be happy for everyone to live their life and live it with a smile on their face? What matters in life is making a happy family, in my humble opinion, not what you do for a job, you fucks. I think this article, this sentence portrays my point exactly. This is from the Equal Times, whatever the fuck that is. Motherhood, it is true, is one of the main instruments traditionally used to dominate and domesticate women. What absolute bullshit. You make that choice. That is your choice to have.
holy crap. So there's an article out there that literally says motherhood is meant to do what now? Hold up. Dominate and domesticate. You know, at some point, some of the crap that comes out of feminazis' mouths when they write this crap, motherhood is one of the main instruments traditionally used to dominate and domesticate women, which goes some way towards explaining the rejection it faces. Look, the reason why motherhood gets rejected is because, dude, that's your responsibility for the next 18 years, bloody hell. But was this article written by a dude? Holy shit. I mean, there are some characteristics that feminazis use when they write these stupid bullshit articles. Part of it, you have to ask yourself, was it written by a dude who dislikes women? But then you start seeing other words that characterize it as a feminazi article. Because then when it goes on from this point and starts victimizing mothers everywhere who choose to make this decision for themselves, it's like, oh, yep, nope. Written by a jealous feminazi who can't have kids. Yep, that sucks.
One of the main instruments traditionally used to dominate and domesticate women. What absolute bullshit. You make that choice.
So if you cannot physically produce kids of your own, there's this wonderful thing called adoption. So before you call me an ass for saying what I said, I'm just saying, dude. Instead of getting jealous because she has a kid and you don't, you want a kid bad enough, you can't produce one, you got the money for it, adopt one.
That is your choice to have a baby, and you should be proud of that choice. You're bringing life into the world, love into the world. Just because you don't want to go and become a fucking lawyer after that, who gives a fuck? On average, right? Women will choose jobs working with people and...
Well, here's the thing of it, YouTube. As far as a career goes, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? But here's something to think about. You should literally, and I'm not shitting you, YouTube, some people are choosing a career first over having kids first. You're seeing this happen. For the longest time, it was the other way around. People were going out, you know, which makes it hard for parents to raise their children. That's the goddamn truth, YouTube. That's like saying you're going to get this brand new puppy, you're going to take it home and love it and raise it to be your own and take good fucking care of it. But how are you going to buy dog food for it if you ain't got a job? How are you going to pay for the vet bills when your dog gets sick? I mean, really.
And men will choose jobs working with things. It just so happens that the men choosing the jobs working with things will be paid more on average because things are worth more than people. Now, if that's fucked up, whatever. And if you're still mad at that, get over it or get a higher paying job. It's up to you. But there's nothing wrong with being a mother. Don't be such a fuckwit and look down upon other women because they want to do something particular with their life. Ladies, I know you'll back me up here. There is so much shit that's just so toxic in females' lives. This is the thing with the difference between men and females, and particularly, let's go back to school, right? When everyone at school, if two dudes don't like each other, they'll have a fight, right? Which is not great, but whatever. Two girls don't like each other, they will try and psychologically destroy each other until one of them tries to kill themselves. This toxicity, this attacking nature of feminists leaves not only themselves, but other people, other women, feeling like victims. And this is the second problem that I see with modern femininity. Playing the victim.
There are some situations where they actually are victimized, but the combination of some women playing the victim, women in general just disliking each other, like, right, if two dudes don't like each other, they duke it out, they have a fight, and then they get over it. Two women get into a fight, and they psychologically fuck with each other until the other one can't fucking bloody well take it. And what is it with this? Like, I actually agree with that, because that's the truth, dude. I had this kid that was bullying me in school, and I kicked his ass, but we became friends after that. I didn't care that he bullied me anymore. He didn't care that I kicked his ass. We both got in trouble for fighting during school hours. So, there's that.
Victimhood complex is something I fear for in men and women as well.
Come to think of it, it's probably a good thing I wasn't more aggressive in school when I got challenged to a fight, because that could have ended nastily.
Bad place to be. And I worry if I were to have a daughter one day that she might fall down this rabbit hole, because it's such a negative thing to have in your life, constantly blaming other people for things that have gone wrong and not accepting the fact that you have autonomy over what happens in your life, what job you get, what things you do. But the victimhood complex is reinforced by what women see on social media and what women learn in school and in university as well.
That is true. I mean, the whole victimhood mentality that we have on today's modern woman, the whole victimhood mentality, that crap is shoved down their throat. They're told, oh honey, you're so oppressed, you know, you're such a dainty little thing. Fuck that. Fuck that. And this is what boggles my mind about the whole victimhood mentality, is if men were going off and calling women victims and helpless things and this and that, women would lose their fucking shit. They would be like, excuse me, motherfucker? But yet somehow it's perfectly okay for other women to say that about each other. It's astronomically mind-blowing. I'm just like sitting here going, what? I'm sitting here like, no, wait, what? Okay, feminazis, if it's not okay for men to do this crap to you, why do it to each other? You know, it's just...
They're constantly being told they're not good enough, that men will always have the upper hand. If you
Yeah, women are constantly being told that they're not good enough and that men will always have the upper hand, except for in certain areas like custody battles. Do you see men getting child support, being able to sit on their fat, hairy ass and do nothing while their baby mama gives them child support? Or when a woman can just scream sexual harassment or rape when all you did was say, well, you look nice today. Stop oppressing me with your male eyes, you rapist. Excuse me? Wow, okay. See if I give you a compliment again, you fucking bitch. Or how about like when women scream sexism, and no matter, like, it could be the least sexist thing on the planet, it will get changed because, you know, it's just that, yeah. If men scream sexism, we get told, suck it up, you pussy. You men were the first ones to do it, so now you're just getting your just desserts. Oh, for fuck's sake.
genuinely believe that, then they will have the upper hand and they will always beat you. Believe in your fucking self. It's that simple.
Exactly my point, ladies. Believe in yourself. Don't let these fucking third wave, fourth wave feminazi see you next Tuesdays at Taco Tuesdays affect the way you view yourself. It's because these women have either met some really shitty guys or just been through a lot of shit, you know, and for whatever fucking reason, they gotta take out that aggression and that anger on the rest of the world, when the rest of the world is struggling right along with them, to some degree or another. People suck, we're gonna meet assholes in our lifetime, it's just part of life.
And it's not just about jobs or learning. Women are constantly being told to be afraid of men, to be worried that they're gonna hurt you. If you walked in...
Oh yeah, women are being taught to be afraid of men / to think they're all assholes. Yeah, that's about the goddamn truth of it. And men are being told to fear women as well. Watch out, she'll take all your money. When you're watching uncles, brothers, cousins, fathers, and your sons, and your what have you, getting taken to the cleaners by some horrible fuck shit that a woman did to them, and that woman just getting away with it because she can. It makes men go around everywhere going, fuck. What are we supposed to do? Oh, Bob's not looking so good. What happened to him? Yeah, Bob's wife divorced him and she took everything he has. What? Yeah, dude, it's not pretty. He now has to pay her $1,000 a month in child support. He can't make that. He's got to pay a job. If he doesn't pay child support, they'll arrest him. It's pretty shitty, dude. On top of that, she literally owns like half of his stuff, dude. She sent him a video of her purposely breaking his record collection just to fuck with him. I mean, there are some real shitty people on both sides of the gender spectrum, to be quite fair, you know.
Down here, a man's gonna get you, a man's gonna hurt you, a man's gonna dump you, break your heart, hurt you, all these horrible things. Society and feminism has designed women to be beaten to their knees, and they will remain there unless they decide to stand up. And standing up isn't going, oh, we hate men, no, it's accepting the fact that you have to judge everybody based off who they are, not what...
Well said. Okay, you judge people based off of who they are as people, their actions, you know, not what fucking gender they are or what religion they are. It's just, or whether they're gay, straight, lesbian, trans, etc. It's fucking dumb, dude.
What sex they are. It's tough being a woman, no doubt. You have to deal with periods and pregnancy and all that shit, creepy dudes as well. But the uncomfortable fact is, men are more likely to die at work, more likely to die at an early age, more likely to get cancer, more likely to die of suicide, go to prison, or lose their children in a court case. This isn't saying that men have it worse than women. It's saying that both sexes have a lot of shit to deal with.
Yep, exactly. Both genders have a lot of shit to deal with. Exactly my point.
Life is horrible sometimes. You have to accept that, and you just have to deal with it. That's the only way to get through it. And if you refuse to do that, you will be beaten to your knees, and you will remain on your knees for the rest of your life. Now, on the topic of being on your knees, the third and final problem I see with modern femininity, I call it the Cardi B effect.
I've been obsessed with belts for a long time. I wear a belt every day, and there was like 3 things that always drove me crazy about belts.
More and more women right now believe, and I genuinely think this, they believe that the only thing they have to offer is their sexuality or their body. In their minds, they have this thought, and it is an absolutely crazy thought. It's wrong and ridiculous that being a big old slut, being a whore, and being overly sexual on social media is a front for being intelligent. I don't have a problem.
Yep, and you know why women feel like that? Why women, the Cardi B effect, as Isaiah Butterfield puts it, is because the female form is overly sexualized in our society, so therefore there's all this pressure to always look your sexiest or be overtly sexual on Instagram. You see some chick on Instagram showing off her boobs or her ass or what have you, you know. I mean, it's one thing if you're sitting there in the bra and panties and you're like, I'm not ashamed of my curves, you're making it about body positivity, good on you, right? But doing it just for the sake of, oh, look at my tit, you know what I'm saying? Come on. And I'm not complaining, but at the same time, ladies, you have to know that you're worth more than that. You shouldn't have to be overtly sexual and what have you to make yourself seem intelligent or desirable or likable, you know, when I'm saying YouTube. I mean, shit. You think women don't want to see dudes on the internet doing this shit? Ripping their shirt off, showing off their muscles, like, you know what I'm saying?
Problem with sex workers. I don't have a problem with OnlyFans people. I don't have a problem with people that do any of that shit. You do you, baby. You want to be a stripper, fucking good on you. But don't pretend that you're doing it because you're better than other people. You're a...
Yeah, exactly. If you're on OnlyFans producing content, don't act like you're doing it because you're better than people or it somehow makes you more intelligent. You know.
A big old whore who couldn't do anything better to make money, so you're resorting to this. If you accept that, cool, we're on the same page. But if you don't, it's like a fat one. Now, if you don't know who Cardi B is, Cardi B...
goddamn. Good gracious, dude. Cardi B's a fox. God damn, dude. Good gracious, man.
He is a former stripper turned rapper and feminist.
She's a former stripper turned rapper.
And an icon. Yes.
And then became a pop icon.
She is definitely a great person. Don't get me wrong, she did some fucked up things in the past, like, you know, drugging and stealing from men and potentially sexually assaulting men, but you know.
What? Well then, yikes, dude.
We'll forget about that because she's a feminine icon.
Cardi B is defending herself against an old video that surfaced online where she claims she drugged and robbed men.
I want to go straight. I want to go, oh yeah, you want to me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug up and I'll rob them. That's what I used to do.
Okay, if a dude had said that, a celebrity had said that, his career would have taken a huge nose.
Oh yeah, if a dude celebrity had said that about a chick, if a dude celebrity said that he drugged and raped her, and stole from her and all this other shit, his career would have been in the shitter like these trolls. You know, because trolls are pieces of shit with no lives.
But this bitch is now interviewing presidential candidate Joe Biden.
I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth gets us in trouble so much. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want, like, you know, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? And I just want answers.
Even Joe Biden's like, huh?
I want to know when this is over. I need somebody to tell me the truth, the hardcore truth.
Up and I'll rob them. That's what I used to do.
But the real reason I call it the Cardi B effect is because of her new song, WAP, Wet Ass Pussy. Now this song, people are blowing up. Ben Shapiro's freaking out. He didn't know he could get chicks wet. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I have no problem with the song itself. Men have been rapping about their dicks forever. I don't, particularly enjoy listening to dudes rapping about their big old dicks, particularly because most rappers, or the good rappers anyway, are all black, and I can't relate to having a big black cock, unfortunately, as much as I have tried. But so many people are saying that this is such a beautiful song for feminists everywhere. It's not a beautiful song.
Okay, so now apparently Cardi B made this song called Wet Ass Pussy, and a lot of feminists are going off saying how this is so good for the movement and yada yada yada. Which, hey, I'm all for it, equality, Exactly as Egg Butterfield said, there's always these dudes rapping about their dicks and their guns. So Cardi B wants to rap about her pussy. Yeah, go for it.
John Lennon penned Imagine. That was a beautiful song.
Imagine is a good song.
This song, with lyrics like this, as soon as I look down at my phone so I can unlock it, this is fucked up. And bearing in mind, this had nearly 200 million views in the first couple of weeks. By Cardi B. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Nice, good feminism. Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
Pussy A1, just like his credit. Oh yes, all about money. Yes, if you give me money, I'll fuck you. Nice. He got a beard. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Well, I'm trying to wet it. Hey, I got psoriasis in my beard. Don't fucking wet it. Jesus Christ. I let him taste it. Now he's diabetic. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. The fact that I know that without reading that makes me really upset. I want to touch that little dangly thing swinging on the back of my throat. Now, I don't give a fuck about the lyrics, but don't pretend this is some feminist icon. Alright, this is just some big gang of bitch choking on dicks. That's it. And look at the media's reaction. Oh my god, this is the best feminist song.
I mean, the backlash.
This is some feminist icon. Alright, this is just some big gang of bitch choking on dicks. That's it. And look at the media's reaction. Oh my god, this is the best.
The backlash to WAP proves how uncomfortable we still are with women's sexuality. Well, I mean, there's two sides to the argument, and I would say, yes, that is the truth. Women are still being slut-shamed for their sexuality, and it's 20 goddamn 20. On the other hand, men are now being simp-shamed because they want to make their woman happy. So it's like,
Best feminist song in the entire fucking world. How did we do it? This is what the woman's...
WAP reaction shows how threatened men are by female sexuality. I don't think us men are threatened by anything. What? You think a heterosexual man is going to be threatened by female sexuality? Like society as a whole, I would say yes to a degree, but men specifically, especially if they're straight, what? Are people hitting the crack pipe and then deciding to go write an article about, like, that's what it, wow.
The suffrage movement was all about gang it on cocks. Now, let me just say this. If you don't believe me that this is not about feminine power, this is the chorus. There's some whores in this house. 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 There's some whores in this house.
You know what boggles my mind? And you're going to call me an asshole for saying it, but it's the fucking truth. Cardi B raps about, there's some whores in this house. You know what I'm saying? And people call her a modern day feminist icon. But if a dude raps about whores, he gets called a misogynistic, sexist male pig. Mind blown at this point. My point being is that if it's considered misogynist or sexist or degrading to women when men do it, then women shouldn't do it either. I mean, it's the hypocrisy of it. It's enough to make your head explode like, wait a minute. That one right there got me, YouTube. I was like, wait, what? Okay, so Cardi B raps about sucking dick, getting her pussy fucked. He got that money, I'll give him some, you know, kind of thing. Like, rapping about if he's got money, she'll give him pussy, that kind of thing. Just basically rapping about being a gold digger and rapping about whores and rapping about sucking dick, and it's seen as a fucking feminist icon type thing. What? Okay. If men rapped about women stealing their money, getting their dick sucked by whores, women would say, oh, that's awful. I can't believe someone would write a song about that, but Cardi B does it. And she gets seen as a feminist icon. What the shit, dude? One of those, I gotta smoke a cigarette because I cannot comprehend this shit right now. I'm like, wait a minute. What?
One more. There's some whores in this house. It's okay to be a whore. Don't be proud of it. You will be looked down upon, and you deserve it, because it's easy to be a whore. You just have to turn up. Dudes don't care. They don't care if you're above a 6 and you shit your pants, someone will still fuck you. Also, being on OnlyFans is...
That's horrible. That is fucking horrible. If you're above a 6 and you shit your pants, some guy will still fuck you. That is... that's horrible. I mean, some guys just stop caring about looks because, let's be real, uglier women are easier to please. It's the same reason why chicks date ugly dudes. Ooh, is that too far? And to think that, oh, you have to be above a 6 for someone to hook up with you. Bullshit. You just gotta find the one person that's like, Looks are only half of it, mate. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I'm telling you right fucking now. There's a dude out there who's like, there are dudes out there that are gonna go, I don't care if they're ugly. You know, there are dudes out there who are gonna say they don't care if she's fat. There are dudes out there who are gonna say, as long as she's clean and of age, we got great chemistry. You know, there were dudes out there who are not that picky, just like there were chicks out there who are not that fucking picky. Depends on the person.
It's not creating an empire. You're not building a business. You're creating a complex for your children who one day will see your spread legs and your asshole and go, Mummy, why the fuck did you do that? Oh, you got a Louis Vuitton handbag from it? Cool, but also, what the fuck's wrong with you? Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like and make sure you subscribe as well. The Merc.
That would be fucking horrible, dude. Going to school and one of your schoolmates goes, bro, I saw your mom in a porno. No, you didn't. You're full of shit, dude. And then they show you the video and you're like, fucking hell. Then you gotta go home to your mom, like Eric Cartman type status, and go, man.
Shop. This will sell out quickly. Do not fuck around. Tonight on Instagram.
Yes. But how long have we been streaming long enough, dude? God damn it. 3 hours? That's insane. Oof. And you know what the problem with this is? There were so many assholes who used the whole feminist movement to get laid. And so many asshole men have done it that there are some women out there who genuinely do not trust when a guy is actually trying to be decent. It's bloody well ridiculous. You can't let society dictate how you treat other people because that just makes you a brainwashed asshole, right? Yeah, I do. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching me stream for like 3 hours. I greatly appreciate it. If you like the videos, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you